listening to the decision reel.
Hey, welcome.
Born to run.
We're born ready here. Welcome to the Decision Reel Movie Review Podcast, where we review movies of today and yesterday.
That sounded different.
What?
I'm back, bitches.
Wally's back finally. He's in the house, not at somebody else's house.
I sneak in to save Steve and his movie choices.
Thank you.
That's what I
I
do.
need backup, apparently.
Yep.
This week we're doing.
It fixed.
I know, I was trying to move it closer, that's all.
This week we're doing the movie Encino Man, as picked by me. I did it for a reason. Brendan Fraser,
The Whale.
The Whale. My man winning a best
Short
supporting
round,
actor.
too?
Short round winning the best supporting actor at the Oscars. He's in this. These guys aren't paying attention.
They
It's
don't give
fine.
a shit. It's because
Okay.
it's because they don't fucking.
No,
Exactly.
it's because of...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you like this movie, Tara?
What's the whale?
It's a movie.
Who is the whale?
It's an ocean mammal.
It's an ocean adventure.
Dwelling mammal.
I haven't watched that yet, though.
So The Whale is a movie
I haven't
with
either.
starring Brendan Fraser that he
I heard it
won
was really
best.
sad.
It's won like a bajillion awards.
Right, he won best male actor at the Oscars for it. Basically,
the
he
one
plays.
that they all
They
stood up
clap
and
for. Sure. He
They all
plays an
stood up.
overweight man struggling with his health and his weight and
Don't say.
learning
Have
that
you watched
he's
it,
probably
Steve?
going to die. I have not watched it. It's literally like ready to go, but I just don't want to
Is
sit
it on
and
the
cry.
Plex?
It's on the Plex.
That's my thing, is it's definitely like one of those.
Right.
And
I don't
I heard
want
it was sad.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't know anything else.
And
my
man,
life is sad enough. Do I really want to add, like, you know what I mean?
well,
Like,
especially with Brendan Fraser. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm ready for that at
I
this
don't
point in my life.
I don't know that you are. I
No.
don't know that you are.
I'm not. Before we get too deep and the reels do fall off, I want to say thanks for listening. If you're watching this on
Is my
YouTube,
mic on?
your mic is on. Can you? Why? I can hear you.
I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself.
I can hear you.
I was
can
just making
hear you.
sure. I don't need to hear myself. I'm
Can
good.
you hear-
I got a hidden ear.
He's got a hidden.
I can hear the
Can you hear
TV.
all of us?
No, I can't hear anyone in this.
Oh well, then I got to turn you up.
Is this mic on?
Turn me on.
How about there? Is
oh,
that
I'm
better?
There. Oh,
Are you
I'm there
good?
now.
He's there, a baby. Anyways,
baby.
as I was saying, you can find us on our social media pages. Where Randy?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at the
It's
Decision
the
Reel.
tongue letters, Steve.
The tongue.
It
You're
is.
right. It's hard for
It's
me.
the fucking tongue
What's a
letter.
Tongue
letter?
twisters.
What's a tongue letter? Oh.
That's
Yeah,
what gets
so
me.
you-
Where,
okay.
where
don't
you have
need-
to use your
Try to
tongue.
say it. Try to say the letter S with your lips by themselves.
What?
What?
Go ahead, try it.
With your
Try it.
lips
What do
by
you
yourself?
mean?
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
it's a
F.
tongue letter.
F
It's like B is a lip letter.
S.
S.
I don't.
S.
Hold on.
S.
Some weeks back, I showed you documentation of
Oof.
my
Oof.
Impediment.
speech impediment that I did
it's
not.
Been documented.
It's been. I haven't
Yes.
showed you that. Where I don't move my lips enough when I talk. So that makes sense now. S's or tongue letters I have trouble with.
overly observant.
Trouble.
So I am trying to use my lips.
Over enunciate.
Oh.
Exactly.
Or anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Or you can go to our website, www.thedecisionreel.com, where you can find some t-shirts and some hats and some pants and
Some merch
other
and
stuff.
things like that. If you want to help us out in any way, you can buy a hat, a t-shirt, some leggings, a sweatshirt,
You can buy a G string that says decision reel down the ass string.
ass string.
Very small.
And if you
like
don't believe me,
barely,
you should
yeah.
go and look.
Exactly, at the store page. You can also get 10% off with your order with the promo code, what, Randy?
Real 10.
Yeah, REEL. though.
We know who the perverts are if they're like they come back and they're like, "What are you talking about?
There was no
G-string."
I didn't see any.
I'm upset.
It just says decision reel, but then it just has Steve's face on the crotch.
You're going to love to wear that.
So the back
For
on the
sure.
string, like on the part,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ass string is.
Yeah, yeah.
Where they come
Decision reel.
together,
Mhm.
my face is right there. Big old...
You remember when you were a kid and they had rubber bands and they'd fucking hit you with it?
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Imagine that with a G string.
On.
I'm sure a lot of women know what that feels like. Especially in going through middle high school when, like, back in the day, remember where the whale tail was a thing where women would wear their underwear outside of their
Ooh,
pants?
the old whale tail.
I'm sure there was a lot of...
It's a sea-dwelling mammal.
Look, we're all around here. You see, we're talking about the whale tails, underwear,
That sounds like a
G-strings,
kid's
all
show.
together, whale tails.
It does like dragon
what?
tails,
Tails of
like
whales.
dragon tails.
You know what? I think I would watch that.
But they
Yeah,
all
whale
have
tails.
whale tails.
The old whale tails.
It's just a TV show about
Whales.
Fucking booty crack.
The 90s.
It could be, maybe. I don't know. Before we get too far off the rails, like I said, this movie, what it's about, when they find a frozen caveman in their backyard, two high school outcasts thaw him and introduce him to modern life, while he in turn gets them to actually enjoy life.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Do you guys like this movie?
It's not bad.
Ooh. What about you, Tara? Are you going to be the odd man out that hates the
wasn't a
fuck
fan.
out of this?
I feel like it's definitely a guy movie.
Is it cheesy or is it just not directed towards women? That's why you
It's cheesy.
The cheese
and the
factor is there for
acting
this movie,
is-
but
Oh,
I'm
Wait,
there
hold
for
on.
it.
So it's an early 90s comedy with Pauly Shore.
Sure.
Right.
Pauly Shore
Full of
was Pauly
cheese.
Shore. Pauly Shore acted like he always does, but the rest of the people in it. Sorry.
What's that movie, Steve, that he did where he was like he was in the military?
In the
He was
Army
a
now?
Water,
In the Army,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what it is. That's what
The Weasel. Hold on. You're saying nobody else in this movie acts good?
I'm not even saying nobody else. I think Pauly Shore doesn't either. He's just himself.
He's Pauly Shore,
He
so
doesn't.
okay,
he's
he
not
gets a pass.
acting.
He
I
gets a
thought
pass.
Brendan killed it.
Me too.
I
He's
think
playing
he's
a-
just acting like a caveman. I think a lot of people could
Isn't
do
that the role?
What I'm saying is, I think a lot of people could just be like, like,
But
ah!
he's still endearing as this caveman who's learning to find himself throughout, obviously a giant, huge thing in his life at this point.
Oh,
being-
my lucky stars.
And then even Sean Astin's character, like he's going
I
through
hated it.
problems.
Is that Samwise?
too.
That's Samwise, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's going through problem. He's Rudy as well. Also Stranger
Rudy's the
Things.
best.
Yep.
That's where you knew him
Yep,
from.
yep,
I heard a Rudy is also when you take a spicy turd.
Look, guys,
Is
I
that
took
a thing?
I took a
I'm
Rudy.
So glad Wally's back.
Who?
No.
Who told
Someone,
you
look,
these
look, I have
things?
questions. Someone told me because I had eaten something spicy and I had complained about it.
Who told you this?
They called it a Rudy.
Who?
I don't know. I don't feel like putting people on blast. I'll
You
put myself on
should,
blast.
because I feel like the
I think
question
you're just
the-
making it up now.
I question the validity
Sorry.
of people's statements
Ouch, bro.
often. Yeah, because I just put a
know,
full
I got a
story
wide-
about
I
a
got a
spicy
wide
turd
gate.
being Rudy, a sweet,
lot of
innocent
things.
football fella that's
gotta
too
wait for
short
it,
but
yeah.
still
just
made
put
it.
it up. Yeah.
Why is that a Rudy? I
It
don't know.
sounds correct.
Fresh and fruity.
Fresh and fruity.
Rudy,
I just did a Rudy. Put that shit on a t-shirt.
No.
Speaking of t-shirts, no, I'm joking. We're not going to do another segue.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
No, we're not going to do another segue into that. We are going to do a segue into where to watch this movie.
Twister.
Tara's in the
Did you
Twister
give this to
land.
me? Or did you want me to open it for you?
No, would you like one?
Come on, get on the
sure.
Twister
Not a
train
fucking bitch.
Sure.
I can open that with my nostril.
with my.
Do it. Do it.
Have you
now.
been
Do
looking
it.
at the tops?
Do it.
What tops?
So mine said
Ah.
eagle. What does it mean?
No, do I need
You
to
make
look
They
at
have
that?
you
words
can make
on them.
sentences. That's what
Oh
it
my
is.
god, so did Snapple. They stole it. This says why.
Mine says
Oddly appropriate for
Roast.
what you're talking
Rose.
roast.
Roast. Okay.
Roast.
I was
Look.
gonna say,
Why
David
roast
Rose?
Eagle.
Roasty. Roasty.
Oh,
Stole
Yeah.
it.
Roasty toasty.
This was a
Outside.
Snapple thing. They stole this from Snapple,
Obviously.
didn't
Did everybody?
TNT.
Snapple had like actual
Did, any-
facts or something on it though,
Yeah,
didn't it?
could
Not
be.
just
Yeah.
words.
did anybody hit the bottom of their Snapple bottle first and then open it?
I never
they?
drank.
Before they made it plastic.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had like the, and then the.
Yo, what are you
No.
doing with that little
It was good,
snare over
wasn't
there?
it?
Oh, sorry. We're talking about other stuff right now.
Other stuff.
You want to
Not
buy it?
yet,
I'll
we're
sell it
not.
to you.
Not yet,
How
we're
much?
not.
What do you got?
How much you can sell for me? I know you.
Oh my goodness.
We'll talk about it this after.
We'll talk about it. Look at us wheeling and dealing over here.
I need one.
Where to watch? Encino Man. You can't rent it, or sorry, you can't watch it with a subscription anywhere. You can rent it from very few places. We're at Google Play, Amazon, YouTube, and Vudu.
Subscribe to Steve's.
Plex.
Plex.
Right? Yeah, that's where everything's going to be.
$5 a month.
I tried watching
you
it
know
at
what?
work, and I just couldn't. It wasn't loading fast enough. I tried changing
Because he
like,
fucked something up on it.
Yeah. I gotta
resolutions
change
and shit, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get this.
I
on
had an
YouTube.
Amazon credit, so it didn't cost me anything.
Oh, look at you. I'll change something on your app, and it'll work a little better.
Sure.
That keeps happening where like I get discounts or promotional credits, and I think it's just because I like just buy
Stuff.
a lot of stuff. on
Maybe you
Amazon.
should stop buying so much stuff, but then you're getting credit, so it's like, nah,
Yeah,
we're
so
good
it's
here,
like-
right?
I mean, how would I get free $3.99 movies if I didn't buy stuff?
Very true.
You know what I mean?
You can
Like,
also get them free from Steve's Plex.
I could also just pay the $3.99 instead of buying
I tried to be cheap.
5
I tried
pairs
my
of
hardest.
pants.
Very true. What's that?
I tried being cheap with this. I tried using your Plex. I
Didn't
sat
work.
there. I just couldn't get it to work. No,
I wonder if it was the Wi-Fi or
it was
something.
slow. I wasn't using Wi-Fi. I was at work, so I was using fucking my service, but max 5G.
That's weird.
which is fifth generation.
Well, you got to think
by the
too.
way.
Like it's coming
It's a
from
marketing-
my
marketing
Plex
bullshit.
server, and then through that internet. And if that internet's having trouble, and then to you,
Yeah,
who
that
knows?
makes
Who
sense. That
knows?
makes sense.
Because I was.
This is warm.
It was.
Thanks, Wally.
I
Thanks for
just-
the twisted tea.
I got him out of the fridge at the place right down the street.
Right, and we were outside.
And
not
how long
warm.
ago?
I'm
That was like
drinking
an
mine right
hour
now.
ago.
That's cold.
No, on the outside it is. The actual liquid's
Taste it.
not very
It's
cold.
not fucking ice cold.
That's plenty cold.
How dare you?
This is cold.
Okay,
It's got
Goldilocks.
ice in it.
Fucking dump it in there then.
There's tea in there.
It will mix perfectly fine.
It's regular tea.
Oh my!
I'm not gonna, because it's you. But I was gonna say that's the most woman thing I've heard in a very long time.
Jesus.
So
So Encino Man was
God,
written.
Wally.
Encino Man was written by George Shalom and Sean.
I wonder if
Schaus.
he's Jewish.
I mean, what context clues? Maybe.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Isn't that what
So
do
it's
you
actually
say when you
Zello.
when you stomp on the glass
Not
at a
shalom.
wedding?
Not shalom.
Hopa! I don't know.
Hopa.
Is that it?
I think it's Mazel Tov.
It's Mazel
Tov.
He's an Oppa.
I was thinking when you when you
That's
go to
Greek?
those.
That's
Yeah,
Greek.
Isn't that what the Russian where they sing when they're dancing like
Oh,
this?
right,
You know,
right,
it's
right.
like, Hoppa, hoppa.
where you go to those places, they get like the tapas and they bring you to the table and they fucking flame it.
Greek.
Hopa!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That the only reason I know
Right,
that
you're
it's
right.
Greek
I know
is
that.
because of my big fat Greek wedding. They say it so much in that movie. Opa!
Ah, you're right.
Do you put Windex on everything?
No.
Is anyone actually Greek here?
No.
They really like chicken
Randy's like, I'm
and
white.
olives in their salad.
American.
American.
American. This was directed by Les Mayfield. He has also directed Miracle on 34th Street,
Which one?
the one that came out in the 90s, Flubber, and Blue
Flubber.
and Blue Streak.
Blue
Oh
Streak's
my
great.
God,
I love
Blue
Flubber.
Streak's phenomenal.
Blue Streak, Martin Lawrence?
Martin
Is that that
Lawrence
one?
and
Yeah.
Owen Wilson's brother, Luke Wilson.
Luke.
Who is the woman in
fuck
that
is
movie?
that?
Isn't there a woman in that
God,
movie?
no one ever remembers the woman.
Here we go. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Well, she wasn't like a main character, but she was there. Who the fuck
Because
was
she was a
it?
woman, Steve.
I know Alan Alda. No, was it Alan Alda? Not Alan Alda.
Here, I'm just gonna do it.
Who's
with
the
you.
dad?
the whole
I
time.
got it. I got it.
Who's the dad in the Santa Claus 2 and 3? The Tim Allen gets with the woman, right? Because women apparently with you.
Oh,
Santa-
shots fired! How dare you?
Who's the dad in that movie? It's not Alan Alda, but it's like a name like
The
that
dad of who?
of the woman that he marries, Mrs. Claus.
Oh, like her.
Yeah,
Okay.
her parents.
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about though. Like you can see his face.
But I don't know. I have
Nicole
no
Parker?
idea.
What?
Like,
Nicole Parker?
that's the
Let me see a
woman.
picture.
I'm your daddy.
Yeah, I thought that's where we were.
No, he was asking
We're-
about the
we're moved
dad.
past right now.
We've
where
moved past the
everyone
woman.
No, well, we're talking about this, but
Daddy
that's
is a
not
state
the
of
woman.
mind.
Blue Streak?
I'm your daddy.
Whoa. Zoomed in.
Okay.
That's a Pedro Pascal thing. While everyone's sitting on their phones, I would like. I'm not here often, so I don't know the
The fuck is
decision
going
reel
on here?
spiel. But I would like to say
Whatever.
that I love everybody here.
Oh, thanks, Wally.
They're all very sweet and glued to their fucking phones right now.
I'm trying
You're
to IMDb this
helping.
stuff.
It was decision real related.
I just want a lull.
We don't want that
Hello.
dead air, is what they say. I got caught in a Howard Stern binge today,
It's hit or miss with his shit for me.
but like old
or
Howard
miss.
Stern.
Oh yeah. That's also very hit or miss.
How is he not canceled at this point?
Oh, it was bad. With his assistant,
Well, just like all the stuff that they
lady.
were doing.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I mean,
You know how they bring in like the mentally disabled people?
that's what I'm saying.
And they
Or
like, just pick on them the whole fucking time.
or like degrading women very badly. like,
bad.
It's Howard Stern.
Ridiculous.
But
That's
what I'm
what's been
saying
going
is-
on his whole career.
but not,
she's right. She's not wrong.
But that I'm saying is, how hasn't he been canceled?
Oh, I'm
from
not. I'm
that
not
stuff
disagreeing with you on that. I'm
Right.
just saying like it's not new now.
But he's still celebrated as this
I
like
feel
great
like
disc jockey.
Some
Who
people
celebrates
get
it?
a pass. I don't know why he gets a pass. I don't think he needs or deserves
Well,
a
then
pass.
you still see. I mean, you still see actresses and
He
stuff
just-
go on his show.
He just keeps
But it's not
doing
as
it, and everyone's
raunchy.
just accepted
Is
it.
this the only thing he's done?
Oh.
This disc jockey?
Funny
Be a little
story.
radio
He's
deal?
been cameos in a ton of different things,
Oh,
and he's
okay.
just been an influencer with.
But is
certain-
that
He
where,
was
like,
he was also a judge on America's Got Talent for a couple of seasons.
but that was after being.
But I mean,
Sure.
like before, like
unjustified.
what
He is-
started that?
Yes, his claim to fame was being a disc
Okay.
jockey that was
Okay, that's all I needed.
bleeding edge doing
lewd.
lewd random stuff. Now, we are going to eventually cover the movie Private Parts on this podcast because it's pretty good. Pretty good movie.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Make sure
I've
you
watched Public
Make sure
Parts.
when you look it up, we
You've never
watch
seen
the-
Private Parts?
No, I haven't.
You've never seen that movie?
I've seen Public Parts.
hear him?
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
I heard it. I get it. But I'm being serious.
No, I haven't. I really haven't. I
Really?
haven't. I watch a lot of
We
movies,
have to
but
be
I have
careful when we look up the movie Private Parts. Like, make sure you're very clear on your
No, I know what I'm
search.
looking for.
Not. Don't image search it. So I asked. I did
Don't
a
image. Don't
I did a
image it.
social experiment at work.
Uh-oh.
This is another Tropic Thunder. We'll
Okay.
come back to this often, right? But
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., right? He got away with it. He played a man disguised as a man, playing another man.
You got any tips?
Got any tips,
Yep,
tricks?
Give
But
it a minute.
But I work with someone of pigment,
Sure.
and I asked them how they felt, and they were like, "It was perfect. It was the best."
Here's
So
the
maybe it's allowed if you do it justice.
Well, no, here's the
He
thing.
definitely did not do anything justice.
I think the and again, we're going to talk
The
about
loop
this.
is he played a guy.
Disguised as
disguised as a
dude,
dude, dressed
playing
as
another
another
dude.
dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
He's not in the movie playing a black guy.
He's playing an
He's
Australian
playing an
guy.
Australian guy who's dressing up as
So the
a black
Australian guy would have been the one that got canceled.
Exactly.
Not
Makes
Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly.
Correctamungo.
Loophole.
Hey.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. So I can blackface.
No.
If I
No,
okay.
you still can't do
No,
that.
hold on. If we are making a production in which you're playing a dude who's disguised as another dude, then it's okay.
So if I went even further into
Okay.
the rabbit hole
Let's
and
hear
I
it.
wanted to be him
Yeah, huh?
as the black guy for Halloween,
Oh.
So if you're Osiris, whatever.
Grissom.
Yeah, Grissom. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm head to toe legitimate. I don't got a cell phone.
Goddamn,
Like,
I don't break character to the DVD commentary.
Is that okay? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I will
You'd
give
have
you
to
my blessing.
You'd have to explain a lot that you're not playing a black
I could
dude,
walk
but that
around
you're
like him
playing
and
a
do his
dude.
Hold on.
mannerisms. I wouldn't have to explain shit
It
to anyone
depends.
that's
It
seen the
depends
movie.
how good you look. Like if you do the lip like they did in the movie, where like you can give him the lip.
He didn't do anything. He just
No,
he
they
just did that.
they put a false lip on him to give him a
I
little.
watched him go like this.
No, they put a false lip on him.
I'm sure they did, but I also watched him go like this.
In a couple scenes, so like when
Anyway,
he
sorry,
takes
sorry,
out
you two.
when he takes out the contacts
still
and like
feel
rips
like
off the mask and stuff like
It's a
that,
no.
he doesn't have the lip on, and he's faking it. But they do put one on for that movie. But what I'm saying is, if you look,
What if I could act like all three of the like? What if I
No.
can act like Robert Downey Jr. and then I can act like the Australian guy, but then I could do him? You think that's far enough removed for me to do blackface?
I'm in.
That's what I'm saying, guy.
I think
What
the
is that
more
a
I think
problem?
the more that you call it blackface, the
more
less
you
okay it
shouldn't do
is.
Dark face.
Okay, that's yeah. That's,
You're not doing blackface. You're dressing up as Osiris Griffith.
Exactly.
Christ.
Who cares about his pigment?
Right. Exactly. You got.
It's just authenticity at that point. Come on, guys. Stop being insensitive. Jesus Christ. You guys
Never go forward.
You guys are the ones making this bad
Yes,
by having a problem
exactly.
with this.
There's no problem.
Exactly.
Go.
I'm literally playing a dude
This guy's a
dressed
dude.
as a dude, looking like a dude, disguised as another dude.
Exactly. And if you
over
haven't
yourself.
seen, hold on, and we watched this, but if you haven't seen the additional behind the scenes videos of him
He doesn't break
in the character
DVD commentary.
with his family, it's
Oh, that's the best.
hilarious. He's drawn on that dude's back in the shower.
It's so good. It's good. It's so good. Anyways, back,
I digress. Encino Man is rated PG for mild language and sensuality. Sensuality.
what did he call boobs again? What does he call them?
Bazingas? No.
Bazinga.
Was it bazingas?
bazingas.
Yeah.
That's where that came from.
Probably. He's like a
That
bazinga.
and shush.
Shoosh.
Yeah.
Look,
That was funny.
is this a good movie? Obviously, no. But it's a great 90s feel-good comedy that they were churning and burning, and I feel like this one, be it some people have forgotten about it, I still feel like if you put it in and watch it, you're having a good time.
If something
Now you're having a trouble with it.
if something is thematically 90s, then it automatically feels cheesy to me nowadays. So if I watch something
I get
and it
that.
just looks 90s, feels 90s, I'm like, this is kind of cheesy. And I don't know why I get that feeling, but I feel like I get that feeling.
You know what? Think of any movie that came out in the 90s, barring high-budget blockbuster like Terminator 2 and
Yeah.
all that. They do feel
kind of
cheesy.
cheese, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of cheese. Also, last time I was in here was Blank Check,
Cheese.
the fucking cat, the limo driver.
Yep.
The
He's
teacher.
the teacher, yeah.
Yeah. Only other movie I can remember him being in.
It's funny because growing up
No.
and watching these
Oh.
movies with people with very Canadian accents
Didn't know
or
that.
very northern Minnesota accents,
I didn't
it's
know.
all
Minnesota.
it's all like
Is
just
there-
fine to me. But like
wasn't he in Big Daddy? I mean, not Big Daddy. Billy Madison.
Daddy's a state of mind.
Wasn't he the one doing the Jeopardy at the end?
No,
You sure?
100% no. The guy who's just like, we have now become dumber. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
different guy.
Okay.
Would
But
you like a cold glass,
Looks
Randall?
the same.
I
A
believe
cold
you. I'm
glass.
just looking it up on an unrelated.
That's fine.
It
you
is
do you.
cold.
Thank you.
Move on, that's fine. Encino Man is starring Sean Austin as Dave Morgan. Brendan Fraser is Link. Pauly Shore is Stony Brown.
Have any of you ever liked Pauly Shore?
I love Pauly Shore.
I can't get behind it. Only in Biodome have I ever been like, because that movie's just so fucking obscene. That's another one of those ones that's so fucking left field.
There's a tipping point for Pauly Shore where he's too
Like
crazy.
1/3 of the way through the movie with his he
He's
gives me
not-
that. Gives me that Adam Sandler vibe. With you remember young Adam Sandler was like, you know what I'm saying? That gives me that same kind of vibe.
Shampoo is better.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm
Like, what the fuck?
really good at that line. That's it. You know, it's funny going back and looking, and I said this the last time Adam
I
Sandler
have
came
a whole
up,
thing of cans over here.
and you weren't here, so I want to get your opinion on this.
Wait,
me
okay,
that
go ahead,
map.
shoot.
Okay, you're your age now, and you're
I am
seeing
young and beautiful.
sure, and you're seeing Pete Davidson.
Shut up, Tara.
You're seeing Pete
Oh,
Davidson
we're back at this.
Yes, Pete
shut up,
Davidson
on
yeah.
SNL and doing
Sure.
what he's doing.
Sure,
Do
annoying as
you
fuck.
go fuck this guy? So go back in time, and if you're the same age you are seeing Adam Sandler do that same stuff, are you still like, oh no, Adam Sandler's really good? Or are you in the same mood as Pete Davidson going, fuck this guy?
I feel like you were comparing two things that shouldn't be compared.
No, it's not. It's
Adam Sandler and
he's-
Pete Davidson?
He's asking about like
The way
being
they're
relative, but also generational.
and
That's
all
like,
and doing
Yeah.
comedy that makes people go,
But
is
if
this
you're going
funny?
to do that, I feel like you need to pick somebody that would be like an Adam Sandler now, and that is not Pete Davidson.
Adam Sandler in the early 90s, maybe 90 to 94, is Pete Davidson right now.
I don't feel that way either.
I 100% do. SNL, everything that
Because
he's
I
doing.
love-
is
I
is
good.
there
love-
a good analogy besides Pete Davidson? Like I'm trying to think of another one
There's not
because I can only
Davidson-
envision now Pete Davidson. Like it's not as bad as older or
Right.
younger. Sorry, Pete Davidson.
Sure.
Young Adam Sandler is
Okay,
annoying as
okay.
fuck.
Jimmy Fallon when
But
he
I
was
loved
younger.
him when I was young.
Jimmy Fallon when he was on SNL to Adam Sandler when he was on SNL.
He wasn't as bad, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I get the parallels you're drawing.
Right. If so facto.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Adam Sandler was oddly specific because he was just over exaggerated. Like, and it was in every movie, that character that he did
Yeah.
with the hands. That shit was like,
Yeah, I wanted them to make an Opera Man movie, and they never did. I'm still waiting for it.
I wanted a little Nicky too.
That okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Popeye's chicken.
Fucking fat sack of reefer. We also got Megan Ward as Robin, Robin Tunney as Ella, Michael DeLewis as Matt, and K. Hugh Kwan as Kim.
K. Hu Kwan.
K. Hugh Kwan.
Short round?
Yes, sir.
Short
Indy.
That was so wholesome. By the
Dude,
way, I
okay.
don't watch that. I'm not a bit. Was it the Grammys? Was that what it was?
Oscars.
Oscars.
Why would
She
they be
said
at the
you
Grammys?
said the same thing.
When?
You said Grammys last week.
Whatever. I'm not.
Did I?
You did.
I mean, I'm smart, but I'm not smart
Check
at the
tape.
same time. You all can contest to this.
Yeah.
Like, I have my moments. But watching that thing where he's like giving a speech, I could have shed a tear.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
I
maybe
am-
did, but I don't want to talk about it.
I am manly enough to say that when he got up there and he was like talking about his mom and
Yeah,
like
it's all
we
good.
did it and like I was like, fuck you guys.
When
Fuck
someone
you.
reaches that fucking the crest of their life, I
Yeah.
felt like that was
Oh
his,
my God,
his
yeah.
like
Oh,
his moment, you know.
that was definitely his moment. And then watching like him and Brendan Fraser, or just even him and fucking Harrison Ford
Oh, yeah.
having that moment. I
Oh
was
yeah.
like,
My heart.
I don't have emotions in real life, but this is getting me.
It was great.
It was really good.
Why aren't you two fucking talking?
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
driving me nuts.
I don't
You
know what
guys
you're
are
talking about.
talking.
We are.
I was letting
We're
you
Has
listening.
Steve?
It's been a
But
while
has
since
Steve
you've been
beating
here.
you guys now. I've been gone for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Is Steve just beating the shit out of you guys before we
I
start?
was letting you guys have your
I
conversation.
don't want to
No,
talk
Daddy,
about
no.
it. I don't want to talk about it.
What was it, Mr. Deeds? No, Daddy, no.
Have you been using the foul language in front of the ladies?
He pulls off his belt because he's doing it.
Nobody talks about Mr. Deeds. That movie's really good.
Is this
It
fruit
is.
punch?
Right. That's no,
Or is
not
this
not
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
Punch?
Punch.
Is this
That's Hawaiian
Hawaiian
Punch.
I say,
Here
I
to
say
assist you
very
with your
sneaky,
suck
like
change,
on the
change,
regular.
change, suck.
I say that.
He's like,
all
go
the
ahead, hit
time.
it. And his fucking black.
Here comes the Blackfoot.
What happens? So I can't do blackface, but what if I climb
Blackfoot.
what if I climb like the frozen Alps
And
I
your-
come
And your
down?
face gets
Frostbite.
frostbite.
Sure.
So
How
you
long
have a-
is that
so you
allowed
have
to
a
be?
frostbitten
Well,
face.
I also think part of it, you'd probably lose your nose.
What if I just let it stay
So
for a
you
while?
look like fucking Voldemort.
Does it just
A
fall off?
black
Does anyone know about this?
faced
Yeah,
Voldemort.
no, it can.
Actually-
it can
actually-
literally like.
I've seen them fix someone's nose that's been frostbitten off by growing another nose upwards on their forehead and then cutting it and twisting it down and making a new nose.
Fucking
Look that
excuse
shit
me?
up. It's amazing.
Is this in Russia or some shit like
No,
that?
no.
It's gotta be.
America.
No,
Someone's
there's no
getting fucking
fucking
Look it up.
way.
stem
There's
cells
no
or some
way
shit.
we can come up with that.
Well, I mean, maybe the scientist
Randall,
who
just
came
because
up
you
with it
can't
was
do
from
long
Germany.
division doesn't mean we can't fucking have a nose
I
growing
can
on
do
our
long
forehead.
division.
I can do long
I can do
division.
long division.
And it was like, if it's more than 2 numbers, I'm out. Dude.
Carry
Don't
the
put
one.
3.
Wait,
I
division.
can't do 3.
Runtime on Encino Man, 88 minutes. You guys should like that.
Like something, Steve says.
Right. In and out real quick. This movie's not a stay and enjoy it. It's a, oh, yeah, I
I might
want
have to pull
more.
a Randall here in a minute. I've had too many of these.
Oh, jeez.
I'm still good for now.
Just piss in the bottle.
No,
What are you
don't.
writing?
There's no
No,
way.
You're
I
doing
gotta
long
do long
division.
division, dude.
He's
I'm
doing
not
long
gonna do that.
division.
I got it.
Hey, guy.
On a calculator.
Hey, guy.
Hey, guy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it
No,
doesn't.
I was writing it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what are we
Can I
going to
have
do?
some numbers?
Sure.
Yeah, all right.
4,
No, give him 2 numbers into 3.
45 divided by
2 numbers
395.
into
45
Fuck
into
me.
395.
You can shorthand a single number into any big number, but you give someone 2 numbers before. Learn to change it into a fucking fraction, Randall. Go
Here
old
on the
school.
decision reel, we give out
Anyways.
very good mathematical equations for people to
I
solve.
haven't done long division.
I know, right?
Since
None
like
of us
high,
have.
Like high school.
No one has.
But you're closer to high school than we are.
So
So yeah, your brain should be working a little better.
I barely passed.
I had this conversation with my son because he's about to do geometry.
Oh,
I had orientation for him
What?
at Leonardtown High School, right,
Fuck.
by the way.
I didn't do geometry until
I
high
walked
school.
around.
you
I
should
went
call
in
me.
that-
I would have went with you.
I went in that gym, Steve, and I was fucking. I went. It was like airball, and one of the kids that played basketball there was like, "Oh."
You don't know, motherfucker. I would. Yeah.
But anyways, we
Oh,
ran around the
man.
high school for a while. It was,
Did he
that's
laugh at
badass. It was
you?
pretty wild.
That
He
ain't
laughed
it.
at
Yeah,
you.
he did. I was
So,
like, "It's been a while." So
I've
I-
had thoughts like it doesn't change, right? So it looks
It looks
exactly
exactly
the
the
same.
same.
But how?
I went hunting for like our sports photos, and I couldn't find them. Do you remember the auxiliary gym?
Yeah.
How the fuck
There's
do
a
you
ton of
start
stuff,
this?
but there's stuff from other schools in there, like Northern and whatever, like all these combinations.
have
It's
given
so
you a
fucking
I want
weird.
my
I know.
accolades in
Fuck
there.
that.
What the
That's
fuck?
Leonardtown High School ice hockey won the first annual Chesapeake Cup. I bet you
How
that
do you
ain't in that
start
fucking
that?
building.
I don't know, but I
Do
went
you
hunting.
know how
I
to
didn't
do
find-
this? What the fuck do you start
Give me-
with?
Give me this motherfucker. All right, so 45 into 395. We bust out our calculator on our phone and we go. I don't fucking know. You think I know this shit?
45 is really close
Yeah,
to
you-
50 if you want to shorthand it, Randall.
You're right.
Anyways,
I don't know what the fuck that
Anyways,
means.
back
back
here.
to this.
Encino Man was released on May 22nd, 1992.
Oh shit!
Looking at the video that's being shown right now, yeah, it looks like it was made in the 80s.
Randall wasn't
how many
born.
how many movies was Fraser in at this point?
Before this, so you had had
He looks so young in this.
there was one movie that what was that one movie where he like joined something and it wasn't Jewish. I can't remember what it was, but it was like really
What?
What?
Bring it up, Tara. Give me Brendan Fraser's IMDb and tell me what he
IMDb.
was in before this and like so like the 90s.
Because he was young as
Obviously, he
shit.
went from this to Tarzan, right? He's wearing a
Exactly,
loincloth
Exactly.
and
I was going to try to draw those
George.
parallels too.
George of the Jungle. What
It's
did I
not
say? Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Fuck, I'm an idiot. Same.
George of the
Same,
Jungle.
same.
Same. What's different?
Favorite Brendan. I've had too many. Favorite Brendan Fraser movie. Go.
It's The Mummy.
Yeah, I know yours. So that's why I was asking Tara.
But I have
I
a
probably
couple
would have
right there.
I probably would have said The Mummy also, honestly. But I really
Do you
like
have one, Randall?
Airheads.
Do you even know any of his fucking movies? You
don't.
young piece of shit.
I do, but I really liked Airheads.
So,
Airheads
hold
is
on, hold
great.
on.
Airheads
So
is
it goes
phenomenal.
Mummy, Blast from the Past, Bedazzled, Airheads, and then everything else. But I'm talking like
You know,
right there.
Airheads was actually before George of the Jungle.
Hidden
After
Gem.
this.
Monkey Bone.
Ooh, I love Monkey Bone. Chris
Hidden
Kattan
Gem.
being a
So
fucking
was
idiot.
with honors.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
That's
That's-
94.
Okay, that's
So
the movie
after
I'm
this.
talking about. It's fucked up, but it's a good movie.
Son-in-law comes up for him. Was he in there randomly?
Maybe he had like a bit part as Encino Man walking behind his link, like, hey, you guys.
He was in a movie called Dogfight in 91.
Mm.
Probably not a main.
I've been
Probably
in a
not.
dogfight
Role?
before.
Hey.
That's the earliest thing I've seen so far.
Beat that dog's
Interesting.
ass. I've been in a dogfight. I'll whoop the shit out of that bitch.
You are just Osiris Griffith, like right now. Like, yeah.
Goddamn, boy.
Give me your cell phone.
Yeah, give me some.
Oh my God,
Give
Dudley
me that
Do
bat.
Right.
Dudley Do Right is a great movie. Danny
Forgot about
DeVito.
that
Hey, man.
one.
DeVito.
You never go full retard.
It's on my Plex. What?
Oh, he was in the
Sean
Looney
Penn.
Tunes movie.
I am.
Hey, never go for
He
redone,
went
man.
to
Never.
Grammys, went home empty-headed.
Fart in bathtubs.
That laughed your asses off.
What did he call his little adopted son, Ben Stiller, in that movie? I always
Half
forget.
squat.
It was a half
It
squat.
was half squat. That's what I said earlier.
Little half squat.
Little half squat.
His fucking kid.
Golden
living-
Dragon.
Right. Damn it.
I always forget
Go
about
fuck
George of
your
the
own
Jungle.
face.
Me too.
Who was that?
Who am I talking to? This is Flaming Dragon.
Who was the girl in that?
In what? The whale?
No.
Nope.
George of the Jungle.
Wasn't
Okay,
it?
I can't hold it anymore.
It's the Leslie Mann.
I'm not
Is
turning
it?
him down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. So me and Tiffany had never actually
beers deeper
seen George of the Jungle, and I downloaded it. I was like, let's fucking watch it. And I was like, oh my God, it's Leslie Mann. Also, it's Thomas Hayden Church, who I adore in that movie as an actor. Anything Thomas Hayden Church has been in, I
What
love
was he in
him.
that?
He was the Leslie
Like
Mann.
The
What's through
husband
there?
or fiance or
Yeah. So if
Boyfriend,
you
whatever
go
he
back in
was.
the early 90s, Thomas Hayden Church was in a lot of stuff.
I feel like I'm blanking on him. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Have you seen Spider-Man 3? He's the Sandman. Oh, right. Also, he was in another. He was in a show.
Well, he was a Sandman. Yeah, the original.
and he was also in the Spider-Man, the one that they just did, because he
yeah.
was reprising his role.
Right, and he wasn't he No,
No,
that's not him.
I don't know what that is. There's a show that not a lot of people have ever watched or heard of, and even my wife didn't know about it, and I used to watch it all the time back in the 90s with Thomas Hayden Church, from Will and Grace.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Deborah Messing.
Deborah Messing. It's a show called Ned and Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Thomas Hayden Church's character being Ned, and he had this really nice apartment in New York City, and he was an ad executive, and she was just looking to get out of her parents' house. So they came up with this deal of, we'll fake get married so you can live and pay rent in my house, and I'm never there, so I want someone to look after it. And then they end up falling in love, kind of whatever thing. It's a really good show because Thomas Hayden Church is so deadpan humor throughout the whole thing, and all sarcasm through the whole thing. And I love sarcasm, so it's a really good show.
All about Steve. He was
Yep.
the on-air
Also,
reporter.
Sideways. He's in Sideways.
Sideways.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that he's in that you're like, oh, fuck, yeah,
His
that guy.
voice, just the way that he delivers things.
He's got a good cadence,
good
if you
good
will.
draw to him.
Yeah, if you will. What are you doing over there, Randall?
Nothing.
What are you looking at?
I'm not looking at anything.
What are you?
We're
He's got
Snapchatting this fucking
Snapchat.
nonsense that's happening.
What's
I
happening?
feel like we haven't talked about this movie at all.
We haven't. Let's talk about Encino Man.
Let's
go, Randall. Tell me about your feelings on Encino Man.
It's not bad, honestly.
Honestly,
It could have been worse. Some of it was cringy.
I mean, again, it's an early '90s comedy movie.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
I got that.
I do want to comment on everybody's apparel in this movie. Again, early '90s, I get it, but it felt like it was more bubbly. You know what I mean? Or more look at what Pauly Shore's wearing. It's all
He
pink
was
and
vibrant.
and fucking
Vibrant.
not chainmail. What's the word I'm looking for?
The fishnet,
Fishnet.
mesh,
Yeah. And so it's kind of like a cool you're
Keep
stepping
up,
into the past.
Kristen.
I fucking love.
And the tequila that he drinks.
I'm definitely gonna go on a Pauly Shore binge after this. I'm watching Son-in-Law. I'm watching In the Army now.
Biodome.
I'm watching Biodome.
For sure. Purple sticky punch.
God damn it, Biodome's so good.
That's my favorite
He
of his, I
farts.
think. I think that's
And
my
he's like-
favorite of his.
He's like, oh, Cheetos, peanut butter and jelly.
Keep on cruising.
Just
You can dance if you want to.
you can leave your friends behind. Box office that week, the top 10. Number 10.
Teeeean.
In the top 10 for 15 weeks at this point, Wayne's World.
Oh shit.
Still
Makes
in
sense.
there.
92.
92. Excellent. Number
Excellent.
9. Number 9. Schwing. White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, it's a good one.
Wesley Snipes,
Mm.
Woody
Woody
Harrelson.
I love Woody Harrelson.
He got a good J in that.
Mm-hmm. Shoot
Anyways.
the J. Shoot it. Hold on. I'm going to get sidetracked here for a second. I watched a video of
That never happens.
Kevin Smith explaining a situation he was in with Prince. So he was just done filming.
Kind of situation.
He was just done filming Dogma. It came out. And
oh my God,
he was
Dogma.
he was filming Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Mhm.
And he wanted to use a Prince song for the scene in which what's the girl from American Pie? Elizabeth. You know what I'm talking about.
Which girl?
Nadia from American Pie.
Oh, I don't know her real name.
Whatever. There's a scene in that movie where she's walking into a Movies, which is the fast food restaurant in the Jay and Silent Bob or whatever you want to call it, you View Askew universe. And she's walking in, and he wanted to use a Prince song there. So he ended up like getting in touch with the Prince people, and they said, "Oh, Prince wants to talk to you, and he wants to do something with you." And he's like, "Okay, cool, whatever." So they're like, "Yeah, Prince will call you in 20 minutes." All right. Sat around, waited. 20 minutes go by. Prince's people call back. Prince will be calling you in another 15. Okay, cool. Waited around. Prince will call you in 10 minutes. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
God.
Another 20 goes by. Prince will call you in 5 minutes.
No.
Okay, cool. Another 5 minutes. Prince will call you tomorrow. Whatever. So again, he's filming and finishing up Jay and Silent Bob, and Prince calls him and goes, "Hey man, I want you to come to New York City. I'm releasing my new CD. I want you to come and shoot a documentary about people listening to this CD and how they react to it.
Like right now. Like
Right
there.
now. Literally like tomorrow." And
This guy's just surrounded by myth and fucking legend.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
here's the thing. So Kevin Smith's like, obviously,
Yeah, 100%.
you're Prince. Yeah, let's fucking go, bro. Like, all right, sure. So he goes up to New York. He goes there and he's talking to like the assistants and everything before he meets Prince. He's like, "Yo, I'm not a documentary like artist. Like, I don't know what to do here. What does he want?" They're like, "Don't worry, just talk to Prince. He'll tell you exactly what he wants. Do your thing." Sits down with Prince. Prince is like, "Hey," talking all this shit, talking about religion for like hours. They were on the phone or talking in person, and he basically said, "I want people to sit down after they've listened to this album, and I want you to film what they say." Right? Okay.
Just like reviews, essentially.
Right.
Like,
He's like, "But why do you want me to do this?" He's like, "Oh, I watched Dogma, and I really like that movie." He's like, "Oh, okay, thanks. Whatever." He's like, the aspect of religion in that, I'm really religious, and I really love how you're doing that. And he's like, I don't think he understood that I was making fun of religion.
I was just about to say that.
Right, but it's Prince, so hey, thanks.
Sure,
Of course.
man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll do whatever you want. So he sits down and he's like trying to make these people talk about religion, and they're at this place where he doesn't realize that every bit of this place has been mic'd to record. So if Prince is walking around and feels like making a song,
He can just
he
write
can
a
just
song.
start singing and it's being recorded.
That's dope.
Think about that.
That's fucking sick.
Okay. But because of that, everything that Kevin Smith is recording and videotaping and talking about, Prince is hearing.
Yeah.
But Prince is not there, but he is there. So this whole time, Kevin Smith's like, I don't know what the fuck this guy wants me to say. I don't know whatever. An assistant will come in and be like, "Hey, Prince doesn't want you having people talk about religion anymore because they're not taking the right message from this." Like, they're basically saying like he's being too religious in this new album, and like people are like reacting wrongly to it. So he's like, "Why don't you fucking have him come down and tell these people what they want him to say?" Right? Just whatever. Prince comes down because he can hear everything,
Yeah.
right? So he just walks in and ends up sitting there and talking for 4 hours to these people about religion, and like he's like a preacher. And Kevin Smith's like, "What do we do?" And shoot it, So he's shooting all this stuff, doing all this, whatever. This goes on for like the whole week that he's there. Every day, new people and like the same shit of, "No, you can't talk about that." "Well, what the fuck you want me to say?" So Prince would come down and talk for another 4 hours. At the end of the week, he talks to Prince and goes, "Hey man, we're done here. What do you want? What do you want us to do?" And he's just like, "Okay, we'll have one more thing. I'll come down for like 15 minutes, and that'll be it. And we'll talk about that and whatnot." Comes down, talks for another 4 hours, and he's like, this was like Father's Day weekend. He wanted to spend time with his daughter, and he was just like, "Hey, you'll be done here in 5 minutes. We'll pack up. We'll be gone." Nope. 4 hours fucking later. Anyways, at the end of this, Prince leaves and he goes, all right, so what do you want me to do with all this footage? You want me to cut it together? Oh, no, wait. No, let me go back because this is the best part. So during that 4 hour whatever, they start running out of film because they don't know he's going to be talking for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So all these guys come up to Kevin like, what do you want us to do? And he's like, just keep pretending like we're fucking filming. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
God.
don't worry about what he's saying. So at the end of it, his production person from Prince comes up and he's like, what do you want us to do with it? And how do you want us to cut it up? And she goes, oh no, we've been already cutting it together and he's been using it at his concerts all this week. What are you talking about? Like, oh no, we got it. We're cutting these things up and just putting it behind him as he's performing. Oh, okay. So what am I supposed to do here? He's like, nothing, you're fine. Just go home. And she's like,
anybody could have held that fucking camera.
right.
And
So
asked
Kevin
those
Smith
questions.
is literally like, what the fuck was I doing here for a week out of my life that I didn't get paid for, that I'm not doing anything? And she's like, well, just to let you know, Prince has about 50 music videos that we have shot and produced that will never see the light of day. And he's like,
What does it have to do with me?
what does that mean? And she's like, oh yeah, we've shot all these videos and he puts them in a vault and just, that's it.
I guess just to make him feel better that like he does this kind of shit.
Well, so then Kevin's like, so you're talking like a couple people get together. He's like, no, they're spending millions of dollars on each of these music videos, producing them, making them, flying these people in, filming everything. Then they get put in a can and put in a vault. He's like, he has hundreds of songs that are produced, ready to go, made, no one's ever going to hear. So she goes, you're never going to see this. So just forget about it. That was his week.
Legendary.
Right?
Holy shit.
Legendary.
I got sucked into this video and it was like, I was like, oh yeah, well, let me watch this video for 5 seconds. And it was like 30 minutes long. And I had to.
Everyone experienced this with Dave Chappelle, right? They're like, they watched the skits with Charlie Murphy and
Right.
they like
Right.
went and played. It sounded so obscene and like there's no way this is in reality. And then
It is.
it gets confirmed. And then you see pictures of him in that Austin Powers blouse shooting Jays
Game.
in fucking shoes that have like huge soles.
Huge
Like, what the
heels.
fuck?
Well, that was another thing that he said too, is like, Prince came up and was like, man, my back hurts. He's like, well, probably because you're wearing heels all the time. And everyone around went, what the fuck did you just say to Prince? He's like, why don't you wear some sneakers? And everyone's like, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you saying? You got to find it. It's a really good, like, it's just Kevin Smith. Somebody asked him like at a Q&A, like, hey, heard about you had an experience with Prince. Why don't you talk about it? He literally halts the entire thing and tells this 45-minute long story.
You guys have to hear this.
Right, it was really good. It was really good. Anyways, back to the top 10.
Yeah, what number were we at?
We're at number 9 with White Man Can't
So we
Jump.
made it
I
one.
literally left
Or
it
two.
number 9. Wait, no.
No, you
I
came
lied,
back.
I lied,
Yeah,
I lied,
you're
I
right.
lied.
Number 8.
How many of these have I had? Did I give you one?
I had one.
Okay.
No, I had
And
two.
I have this.
You've
one.
Oh, no,
four.
I had one.
You've had 4.
You've had that's
Dude,
your
my fault.
fourth.
Twisters hit.
How did I drink these
It's
fast?
It's the sugar.
gout.
Get gout.
Number 8. The Player.
Don't hate the player.
I don't know what that is. What is
Hate,
it?
hate the Twisted Teas. I don't know.
Don't
I don't know what it is. I didn't want to look it up. Number 7. Say it for me, Wally.
7 with a
Seven.
B, a hard B.
7. Beauty and the Beast.
And the Beast.
You know what?
Beauty and
Nobody fucks like Gaston. What? Sorry. I really like that movie.
One.
If you get into that
Fuck
one,
Fight
Gaston.
that one's kind of weird too.
The fact that
You know what I'm saying?
you know, we're not going to get into it.
It gets a little weird.
I'll talk for another hour about Beauty and the Beast.
Do you think he has a
Man penis when he's
or a? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you were there
dog
together
dick.
with that.
Like a red rocket.
Yes.
Yeah, he's Red Rocket in it.
What
Yeah,
do you
for
think?
sure.
What do
He's
you
got a
think?
red rocket.
Also
Do you think she was
into
She
it.
liked it.
No. They didn't get that far. You watched the movie. You've seen the movie.
No, they
get
didn't.
far.
That was their first kiss. Even was
Exactly,
when she
yeah.
needed to save him.
He is a
But
scary
would
man.
she have? Is the question.
I
Would
think
she have
yeah.
lipsticked
I
it?
think she
Yeah,
would
I
have
think so.
God damn it. That's
Number
weird.
number
I
6.
forgot my lipstick at
Hold
home.
on. Number
I left
6.
my lipstick at home. That's fucking gross.
Number 6. Speaking of Red Rockets, a Beethoven.
Great movie. St. Bernard's.
Slobbering
Oh my
everywhere.
goodness. You know
they
what
were
I
bred
love
to
though?
save people in the snow. You know.
I
that?
love
Yes. With
the second one
whatever
because of
he's
all the
got.
puppies, all the giant puppies.
Was it Beethoven the second? Or was-
Beethoven the second.
Favorite
Right.
animated dog movie.
all dogs go to
Steve
the
go. You fucking bitch.
Airbud. Not
That's not
animated. That's not
animated.
animated.
But it's kiddie.
Yeah,
It's
kinda.
kid-like.
You know what I mean?
I'll take that. Airbud was great.
Animated,
Yeah, I loved Airbud.
animated,
Yeah,
best animated dog movie. Probably Oliver and Company.
Or Lady and
That's
the
a
Tramp.
great one too.
All right.
Lady
I
and the
would
Tramp.
I would probably
Lady
do.
the Tramp is fucking classic.
I would probably do All Dogs Go to
Heaven.
Heaven, and then maybe Lady and the
I
Tramp.
dance
after
between
that.
All Dogs and Balto. I'm like,
Oh my
Oh,
God!
I forgot about
Balto.
Balto.
Wow.
No,
Balto's
you're right.
so fucking
Balto.
good.
Balto
I've
moves
almost
up.
thought about that
I
movie
still
forever.
say
How
Oliver and
fucking
Company.
good is Balto? It's
I-
amazing.
It's so good I don't want to watch it again.
I still say Oliver and Company, but Balto.
Balto.
is
Fuck
next.
yeah.
Balto is
great.
next.
That's where I learned about
good.
creatine
What
bottles.
year? What year?
I
Like,
actually
I play
watched-
slide
95.
guitar, right?
Wow.
And those little medicine bottles.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Those are creatine bottles. They use them for slide. Full circle, baby.
I actually watched
Baby.
Balto like last month just because. Like,
It's so good. There's a couple other ones. The other ones aren't. They're not bad, but the first Balto is fucking.
well, my friends and I were talking about
schmint, if you will.
the non-Disney cartoons that like don't get enough credit, like the ones that were really good but they weren't Disney. And so Balto had come up, and I was
Rescuers
like,
Down Under.
yes, both of them, the Rescuers Down Under and the Rescuers.
I'm still tight in AE Cat. That's the best anime movie. That's not.
You know,
fucking, it's
right.
so fucking good.
Not Mark Wahlberg.
Ruffalo.
The music in that is so
Matt
fucking
Damon.
good.
Yeah,
Matt
it's really
Damon.
Well, Matt Damon was the narrator in the Spirit movie, that horse movie that I've talked about.
Yeah.
Spirit's great too. Spirit's
Love that
phenomenal.
movie. The music,
Every time it comes on, she sends me a Snapchat. She's like, Spirit. I'm like, it's fucking amazing.
the music in that is so
It's
like.
great.
Those animals don't even talk in that fucking movie, and you're feeling like so much emotion.
Best anime. Best animated music, like an animated movie with music.
Are we talking
It
cartoon?
could be Disney. It could
we
be
talking
Pixar. It could
Tarzan.
be Tarzan.
Tarzan.
That
Phil
is
Collins
so
went
good.
hard
He
on
went
that.
in on that fucking shit. I wasn't thinking about that, but that's definitely probably top.
That's
easily
top for
three.
sure.
Stop looking at your watch, Randall. Like you got something to do.
This is hard for me because it is Tarzan, but like, what else is so close?
You know, I was a big fan of Mulan. The soundtrack for Mulan.
I liked, yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was phenomenal.
I really liked that they had Christina Aguilera cover the Reflections song.
Ooh.
Boom. Nailed that shit.
Anyways,
Number
we keep going, we keep
5, Basic Instinct.
Basic
This fucking top
white
10 is
bitch.
loaded.
There should be one scene that everybody knows, but Randy.
Oliver and Company is Billy Joel.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that.
He's
Randy.
the voice of
I don't know this movie.
Dodger.
Dude, I love
That-
Billy
There's
Joel.
only one thing you need to know about Basic Instinct.
You haven't seen that, have you?
It's one of the first movie with a full frontal vagina.
Vagine. if
Vagine.
you
What's
will.
up? That's what's up.
So
What's
remember
your favorite
Total
Billy
Recall?
Joel song?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Arnold's wife that wasn't his wife?
Mm-hmm.
You see her.
Mine's New York State of Mind.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
New York
it's a
State
good
of
movie
Mind
too.
is
But-
almost perfect.
I feel like I need to see them all, and
So
I
good.
need one to Joel. You know what I mean?
Billy
Like,
Joel, New York State of Mind. It's
I'm
a
in a
fuck.
New
It's
York State
the
of Mind.
best.
It's
He's
in
the
it.
best.
It's fucking good.
did you see Billy Joel
Hey.
and Stevie Nicks are doing a concert in Baltimore in like October?
I did see that.
That's
actually.
kinda tight.
I would go to that.
That's right.
Number 4.
Number 4,
Randall's
Encino
fired.
Man. What?
I said Randall's fired. He's not letting us have
How many-
tangents
I
anymore.
know, man.
I feel like I haven't been here in a while, so the top 3
Yeah, huh?
often for me recently hasn't included the movie that we were doing.
The last
You're right,
one
you're
did,
right.
didn't it?
I don't know
We
if you
even,
guys.
I mean, normally the movies I pick are shit movies, so they're gonna be like,
I picked some oddbally ones, but some good ones.
I'm picking them up. Yeah, it don't matter. All right, top 3. Top 3 in no particular order.
I really like this one.
Oh yeah, That's
Piano
a great,
Man?
his fucking shit is the best.
Piano Man.
Only
I
the good-
love
only the
Piano
good die
Man,
young.
but
Oh, only the good. All right, top 3 in no particular order, and then we have to guess what the order is. Far and Away,
I'm not sure what the fuck is that. I have no idea.
Alien 3,
Oh.
Say Far and Away.
Lethal Weapon 3.
Far and Away is the Geese movie, right?
Lethal Weapon is in its second week. The other 2 are opening weekend for them.
What was the second one?
Okay, well then I'm
Far and Away, Alien 3, Lethal Weapon
no,
3.
Far and Away.
Alien
Wrong.
Lethal, Far and Away.
All right.
From top
Far
to
and
bottom.
Away is Nicole Kidman, Tom
Alien
Cruise.
Lethal, yeah.
Oh, yes. That's the one where they're in the fucking West, right? That's the one that they broke up on.
Samesies.
That's,
Yeah. Me and Randall got
I
the same.
agree.
Me and
I
Randall
agree.
got the same.
It is number 1, Lethal Weapon 3. Number 2,
Ah.
Alien 3. Number 3, Far and Away.
Nice.
Way.
Away.
Say
So
what?
winging on this.
What?
Whiskey! I want to say something. Alien 3 I really like, but
I love
everybody
almost
hates.
all of them.
The director's cut is so much better, but
I've not seen
there's
any
a
of them.
soft spot for the Alien movies in my heart. Sigourney Weaver, come on.
What
Come
is
on.
it? Hold on. I'm trying to think of a movie.
Alien Resurrection is the worst movie I've ever seen, but I will fucking
I know
put
my
it on
movie
right
choice.
now. Okay, keep it in the back of your head.
You get.
You should write it down.
I'm gonna. Randall, right there, buddy.
Write that down.
I will forget it immediately.
As he's writing it down, it's time for the TV and movie trivia question. We're gonna go with These are two good questions
Where's this?
that are
is why
Stop
we
in
holding
have
my
this.
hand.
that are in the
You
90s.
can have it.
Didn't even touch her.
All right. Because I run a tight ship here, we're doing both questions.
Excuse
Oh,
you.
shit,
do
okay.
that?
We did when I picked
We
two,
did
I
as well.
think, 'cause I
First
wanted
question.
to.
Francis, Reese, and Dewey are all brothers in which TV show? He's got to get it. If
Already
Wally
got it.
doesn't get it, it's going to hurt my
I already
feelings.
got it. Got it, bruh.
I don't know how to spell his name.
It's fine. Sound it out. Use your phonics.
Say it one more time.
Hold on.
Say it one more time.
I'm not gonna get this right.
Francis, Reese, and Dewey are all brothers in which TV
How
show?
dare you put me under pressure? That's the only reason my brain's not working right now.
Look at me.
You got it. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel fucking
Dad.
dumb as shit.
Rocks.
Oh!
I have nothing.
Really?
Yeah, nothing.
Maybe. Maybe.
It is, buddy. It is.
Nothing. I have nothing.
What? Why don't I know this?
What was the other question?
Maybe it's
We
nothing.
All
only,
right,
we
all
only
right.
did one. Can we do the first? Let's do the first one first.
Yeah. We'll do this question too, and we'll see what we get. Ready?
Okay. I just feel smart because I got this
look
one.
at
mine. I don't
never
have
get
any.
them.
It's
I never
fine.
get them.
What is the name of Rachel Lee Cook's character in She's All That? What is the name of Rachel Lee Cook's character in She's
this
All That?
seems like a her
Freddie
question.
Prinze is in it. And you know this. You know this.
Who the fuck is Rachel Lee?
That main
Rachel Lee
character.
Cook in She's All That. One of the biggest 90s movies.
Oh, she's on.
Oh
she's on
my
that.
god!
You know it. Sound it out in your brain. Sound it out in your brain. Think about, not that. Think about the movie that parodies this.
It's a new phone. I don't know what the noise is. I don't know what the noises mean yet.
Not another
What are
teen
the,
movie.
What are the noises mean, Mason?
She's wearing glasses and paint-covered overalls. Little Miss ran home to her daddy. Ran home to
I'm
her
just
daddy.
writing a name down.
Have you seen Not Another Teen Movie?
Oh my god! Why can I
yeah,
not?
but not. I don't remember anything from.
No, I'm just asking
actual
the
question.
because it's a great fucking movie.
I know I got number one, but number two. Ew.
The part in which the foreign exchange student who is naked walks into the party and the other naked chick goes, "Oh my god, she's wearing what I'm wearing." It's hilarious.
Oh, not yet. Not
Are we giving our answers away yet?
We're gonna go to.
I haven't written. I still have nothing. On,
Nothing. You want me to
I have
repeat the question?
nothing. No, I know exactly what you're asking.
You want context clues?
I think it's
1990s.
Too late now.
Big TV show with a smart kid who is now in a band and a race car driver.
He also owns parking lots or did
For number
own
one,
parking
you don't
lots.
have
number
anything for
one.
number one yet.
Smart kid in
Don't
special
give her.
classes.
Don't give her hints.
Give him the
That's
context
fucked
clues.
up.
It's fine.
I
It's
never
fine.
So
get 'em.
I think I know what you're talking about, but that's
Breaking
I've
Bad.
never.
Really?
Breaking Bad. I just said Breaking Bad. That's all I said.
If that doesn't clue you into it, then you're never gonna get it.
Oh, because he's the dad.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Now you got it.
I do never have seen that show in my life.
Really?
Not one episode.
It's so fucking good.
I know the name of it. Oh, I know the name of it.
So-
I've
Look
just
at number
never
2 yet.
seen that episode, that show in my life.
Not to tell you what to do with your life.
Also,
But watch
Be
it.
a man.
It's actually a really good show that I
Wait.
feel like you would step into
so
and be
he
like,
has
this is good.
3 brothers.
Two brothers.
Two.
So
Let me
his
read the
name is
question.
Frankie.
Francis,
in the
Reese,
movie?
and Dewey are brothers in which TV show?
So his name
Francis
is Frankie
Reese.
in the show.
No. The kid that you're thinking of? Francis, Reese, and Dewey are all brothers in which TV show? The TV show name is...
Malcolm in the Middle.
There you go.
But then, so who?
So you got the question right.
Samantha.
But so who's
That's
Francis,
the-
Reese,
Did
and
you look
Dewey?
at mine?
Are
That's
those
his
their
brothers.
real names?
But I didn't put
No,
that.
that's his
That's why.
brothers in the show.
I have
Right,
no
so he has
idea.
3 brothers.
I don't either.
Francis, Reese, and Dewey. Yeah.
That's what I said. I said, so there's
sorry.
3 brothers, and you said no.
Well, there's 4.
Well, 4 total. But I'm saying, so I thought there were only 3 total in the show.
So his older brother is always away.
Well, that's why I didn't fucking.
Right.
I almost wrote that, but I was like, I swear there are only 3 kids in that house.
So yeah,
3 that matter, yeah.
yeah, because the other kid is away at like
College.
no, he went to a
Military.
fucking military
He went to the
school.
military.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
military school. And then he goes to Alaska or something later in it. So yeah, Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in Middle.
I knew I would have wrote that down, but I got thrown.
Okay,
thrown
we'll
off
give
by
you
that.
one. The second question.
What
Is
if
the
we all
name
lose?
of Rachel Lee Cook's character in She's All That? Wally, what do you got?
I put Samantha.
Neither of those are right. Neither of those are right.
Michelle.
Neither of those are
Was
right.
that close?
Laney Boggs.
I almost said
Who the fuck
Lexi
would've
because
gotten
I was
that?
like,
How about you let Steve tell us if we're wrong?
Because
God
I
damn
knew.
it. I gave you so many hits from Malcolm in the Middle, and you're like, you're fucking wrong. You're wrong.
But I
it easy.
knew Malcolm in the Middle. I just got thrown off.
Yeah, well, clearly you did.
Nor have I seen that show.
So do we
I
all
almost said
drink?
Lexi. I had the L and the Y, and
No,
I was like,
she
why
does.
does this not
For
sound
being
right?
irate.
You should watch.
we all
I
drink?
am right.
Do we all drink?
I've been drinking.
Yes. Everybody drinks. You can take a big swig, but you should watch Malcolm in the Middle.
I
It's
know
on
what it is.
Hulu.
I'll
It's
finish
so wholesome.
Watch.
And perfect.
Watch the first 3 episodes.
He gets
and
on my nerves.
And who? Malcolm?
Frankie. Yeah.
I got more.
The show's not about him. It's about his dad.
Okay.
There's honestly some
Okay.
of the best television I've ever seen with him in that show. When he's rollerblading, oh my god, it's so
I love
fucking funny.
I love when he runs in the room.
was
I don't remember what
full.
episode it was. He was like,
Some fucking tidy
he's
whities.
like, don't ask any questions. $10 to
Yeah.
anyone that takes the blame.
There you go.
The show
I was
is
like,
really
that's,
good. Yeah,
that's
the
so
show is
fucking
really
perfect.
Damn it, Tara.
good for you.
So close.
You're good.
Did you chug it?
Almost.
I did.
Good job.
Almost. I thought I was done. That's
chugging
why I
mine.
stopped. Because
Fuck
I
you
couldn't
guys.
see it anymore.
I'm gonna
I
get
think
pulled
it's
over if I
because
chug
the
that
light
shit.
couldn't see.
Budget
Well, 'cause
time.
you're
What do we think it
4
costs to make a movie that we're kind of talking about? Encino Man?
Fucking.
So I started that clock about 15 minutes late. It's been an hour at least. At least
55
We've
minutes.
talked
I'm gonna
about
go-
5-10 minutes.
I'm gonna
Oh
go.
my
I'm gonna go
God.
16
You
mil.
sound like my sister.
14 mil. I'm gonna go
wonder
14
why.
mil.
$14
Wait,
million.
hold on. Can we talk about this?
No.
No.
$14 million
Sorry.
Wally's going with. We're going to go to Tara next. What do you think it costs to
Fucking
make
dipshit.
Encino Man?
10 mil.
10 million. Rand
12.
12. Steve guessed 15.
Okay.
I figured Pauly Shore.
We all are right there. We're all right together on
Yeah,
this.
like I said, I feel like Pauly Shore is a little big at this point. Early
Oh.
90s. I feel like that might have been something. And do they go anywhere? Not really. But
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
actual budget, $7 million.
Ooh, it's cheap.
Cheap shit.
Cheap movie.
Cheap shit. All right, box office.
She
What
gets-
do we think it
she's-
made?
She gets so like
Excited?
Yeah, I know. She especially after she was wrong right before that. She's always like,
Hey, you know what?
You were too.
Good for you.
I was half right.
All right, what do we think it made in its box office run overall?
10 million.
10 million.
Not a lot.
Tara, what do you think?
Especially
gonna
with all those
say-
other movies that were out.
Yeah, and it was what, number 4 you said?
Number 4 on opening weekend. It could have
Yeah.
grew. Who knows?
Not terrible, but
Nah.
Tara. Boom.
Oh.
Terraform.
when I was in kindergarten, there was
Oh, look at you.
I'm on fire, baby.
You know what? The one thing that did like irk me.
because that's what they sounded like.
I think
Stop!
we've figured out that kaka and tuki tuki
I need
don't
to
work.
Work.
Can I get ice cream?
What flavor?
It doesn't matter. It's for,
It's for
my
my
ass.
You are embarrassing me.
We're gonna have to take the leg.
When I was in kindergarten, there was another Tara in my same class.
Take the leg, take the leg.
Surprisingly,
It's going to the crotch. Take the leg.
because there aren't a lot of us.
Yeah.
But we were,
You told us this already.
yeah, terrible Taras. We were bad.
Good for you
The
guys.
titties.
The TTs.
That's what-
TTs.
That's what I named it.
Terrible Tara. You should make a new band. Find whoever
Called the
that was
Titties.
again. Or not. Find another Tara who can actually sing. Or back up and play bass or
I've
something. I
barely
don't know.
seen another Tara.
Look,
In
it took
Southern
me a
Maryland.
second to
So to
realize
find
that
one
you
that
weren't
sings.
burning her right there.
It
No,
sounded
I
like a burn.
wasn't.
It sounded like a burn.
Did it?
It
Yeah,
did.
you're like a
Find
Tara
another
that
Tara that
could
can
sing,
actually
But then I
sing.
realized
Yeah,
you were
it did a little
talking
bit,
about
yeah.
finding.
Sorry.
We all know what he meant.
Okay.
we knew what Steve meant.
Didn't sound like
He couldn't possibly.
We all know
have
you
been
can
talking
sing,
about
Tara.
me, so.
A Tara who can. Wow,
like
that
the
did sound
confidence,
bad.
yeah.
Holy shit. I'm sorry.
good, I
That
like
that
it.
did not come out the way I
another
intended.
Tara
it to.
who can sing.
A Tara
is what you
who
mean.
can sing
I
as
mean,
well.
one of the
yeah.
people at this table can sing. So.
Good for you. Yeah.
I try really hard.
This man
tried
has
so
a
hard.
falsetto that is beautiful.
Oh, it's true.
I could
No, it
break
is.
glass, baby.
Motherfucker, baby. All
I
right,
can't
box.
even do a
Yeah, what's your
falsetto,
box
so.
office?
Opening weekend.
Box
in
office.
May.
Try it
Sorry.
for us. Try it
just
before
doing
Steve keeps going.
No, I really can't.
Just
like,
try.
21.
No, ever
What
since
sound does your fucking face make when you
ever
do that?
since I had my nodule, like when I had the
You're
nodules.
not doing it right
It
now.
like
Just try to
My
do a
nudges.
falsetto. If it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out.
I can't.
Wow,
like
I don't
I
know.
just-
what-
I feel like I
can't.
just squeezed a gerbil a little
Yeah, I
too
can't.
hard.
Ever since I had my vocal nodules, it's got
Oh.
it has to be like the right pitch of falsetto, and then I can get one out. But like I can't just do your average
Sunday?
like. falsetto.
Barrick's the same way, you know that?
I just can't.
Barrick
I
can't do,
fuck.
he could
Well,
inward breathe.
He's got a low raspy voice just like I do. So like
Scream too.
If Barrick does a falsetto, but it's inward breathing like Tenacious D, so Barrick's like, hey, everybody, how you doing? I can't even do it. Hey, everybody.
it's
Yeah, fucking breathing
it
out.
sucks.
He can do it in pitch.
Like Sean can do a
the most
fucking
impressive
falsetto,
shit.
and I can't even. And Sean doesn't even sing. Do you know how frustrating that is?
Sean looks like a guy that could fart in falsetto. I don't know what that means, but I feel like he could do it.
I got Sean
To fart in falsetto?
to sing for me in the car on the way home from Dockside because he had 5 orange crushes.
How'd that go?
Ooh.
Actually, sounded fine.
Good for him.
It did.
You hear that?
It was like
she thinks Sean sounds
I know,
better
it's
5
fucked
orange
up.
crushes in than
fucked
you.
up.
that's not what I said.
That's what I got.
I
what
said
you
he
said.
sounded fine.
You said what you said. You
Randall's
meant what
like,
you
And
I'm
it
not
was, but it was
interested.
he was
Raspberry
What
doing.
you got for your budget?
It was so on
I
the
got
on the
21.
radio. Semi Charm Life was on, and so it was just like a '90s like rock. It wasn't. But when that falls that in where it's like good. Yeah, I can't do it. He did it and held it the whole time. I was like, "Fuck you!" Like,
Fucking, so I had someone come up and compliment me. This is why I don't sing anymore in the band, I think.
I think.
Someone came up to I would sing "Kissed by Prince," and they came up to me like, "You should sing more. Your voice is
Oh
beautiful."
yeah, I like that song.
And
You did good.
I looked at Barrick. Barrick was like, and I was
You ain't taking
never
my
sang
spot.
again after that. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I
You
always
sounded
liked
good
when you
on that
did that
song.
one.
I like that one.
Yeah, we did that in Chip, didn't we? That song killed.
Yeah.
It slapped, baby.
See, I can
fucking-
almost
I'll
do
play it
that.
right now.
I can almost do kiss. It's like almost.
That was adorable.
It's almost.
He's like,
All right, what do you got?
inward
Budget.
breathe.
30 mil.
Okay.
21.
21.
Dude, I went low.
Its opening weekend, it made $9.8 million.
Hey!
That's
not
just
bad.
opening weekend.
Oh.
That means you lose.
It doesn't mean I lost.
Just
but
opening
just
weekend,
most
they made
likely
almost
lost.
that.
Overall.
Yeah, they made no more money after opening weekend.
Hold on.
They
I didn't
came out-
say my guess. My guess was 45 million.
Sure, I believe you now.
Damn,
that
I
you've
just
looked at it.
retarded the shit out
I
of it.
believe you now that you looked at
Look,
it.
I got it
Oh
written
my
down.
God.
Sorry, Tara. I apologize.
Overall box office was never go full retard, man. Never.
Sean Penn. Hi, I'm Sam.
Fucking bathtubs. Overall box office was 40.7 million. I get what Tara's saying. Oh, how am I gonna fucking trust that if you said 45 after? Look, the way I'm making my
You were
notes.
still
That was
closer than I was.
embarrassing.
So.
The way I make my notes now, I open up the previous note that I have, and I roll all the way down to where I have this stuff, and I type it
Look,
in.
you don't have to protect yourself. I trust you.
It's fine. It's not
This
like I'm
one is
close.
She's the one you gotta watch out for.
Oh my God, yeah, blame the
Hey,
woman. Jesus.
it's not
Can I
like
see
I'm
your phone
close.
and your search history?
Holy shit.
Yes, I've been wanting that.
I've done that. I've done that for you. I've
stopped
shown you.
scrolling at one
Jesus
point because
Christ.
you're like, you can't see that
It
part.
stopped
Like,
at
why
some
not?
Hold
point.
on.
What do you mean?
She's opening up an incognito tab.
Exactly.
What's an
You son
incognito
of a-
tab?
Don't
Shut up.
fucking play
I
dumb.
swear
Don't
to
like
God.
even.
You're like
What are you
top
using here?
4
What's
for
an
the smartest
incognito
people I
fan?
know,
All
so
you
I
gotta
know
do
you're full of
is
shit now.
go- oh,
I don't know how to
top
use.
four.
we're up here.
Who's
Right.
the other three?
Click on that.
Who's the other 3?
Turn on incognito, and then you can go to websites, and it
You
doesn't
can watch all your
save-
favorite porn. Nobody's gonna see it.
Right.
It's black.
It doesn't
Probably like the
save.
porn you're watching.
It doesn't save your
It was
search
the other way
history.
around.
Oh. Inside
They like redheads.
pumpkin pounders.
It doesn't save your search history or
Right,
where
right.
you've gone, or it enables cookies not to be on your website. So if you want to
I'm feeling good.
search sites that you're buying stuff on and you don't want them to track it to give you fucking ads later, incognito search it.
Get
that makes
ad
sense to
blocker,
you?
This is
too.
brand new information to my life.
Yeah, I think you're fucking lying.
I've not at all.
I see. That's what I'm saying. I see. I know. You know when you like gauge someone, you know how kind of Tara's not fucking dumb.
What's an incognito
She's
tab?
not stupid.
I know what incognito means. I just didn't know I could do that in Google.
Let's be real. I don't think you're dumb either. I think you're smarter
Exactly.
I'm
smarter
not
than a lot of
dumb.
people. I'm
But-
not dumb.
Like, there's-
I'm not
Maybe
dumb,
now.
but
So if I had to put you two next to each other and gauge you both, I'd get it so perfect every goddamn time.
are you saying Randall's stupid?
I'm not saying Randall's dumb, but I'm saying Randall might not play his cards as thoroughly as Steve might. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Randall,
fair.
That's easy,
That's
right?
fair. That's fair.
Steve would be fucking wiping down fingerprints and shit, and Randall would be fucking wiping his ass on things.
I'm
You know, it's not a fucking
Good
burn.
luck getting fucking fecal matter out of me, guy.
Yeah.
You ain't getting me.
I'm
Yeah,
for
so
sure
Randall
the
commits the murder and
second
wipes his ass over the
smartest in
doorknob,
my
so no one
house.
knows what happened.
You want to touch
Can you
that?
test
Go
for
ahead,
shit?
touch it. I dare you.
I'm definitely
yeah,
the
this is a
second.
great DNA
I'm second
sample.
smartest in my household.
This man
Who's the
ate
first? Is it
corn.
Dad?
Carrot.
In my household?
no.
There's only one other
There's only
person in
two
my
of you.
household. Yeah.
I was
There's
gonna say a
dogs.
Yeah, I know.
dog, but that.
My
but then it
dogs
would've
are pretty
been
bright.
It would have been
though,
a fucking.
to be honest.
It's okay.
What a whirlwind.
Tomatator. Tomatator time.
It's one of these better be low as fuck. This is fucking.
The Rotten Tomato
Agreed.
scores. The Rotten Teas score. What do we think the critics and audience gave it out of 100%? Wally first, critics, then audience.
Every one of these '90s fucking ones we've watched have been fucking dog shit on
Yeah.
the tomato tomater.
I think it's because we're picking dog shit.
Well, I like that better. The tomato-tometer.
tomato bottle. So
Tomato.
I'm gonna give it 17
17% for critics.
for critics, and then I'll go higher.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 40
40. All right.
because
Okay.
you and I dig this. They don't, so maybe it's
them.
similar. Maybe it's
Yep.
a halvesies thing. You know.
Cool. What do you got? We're lighting the torch over here, by the way. Really, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
I've been
like
trying
I'm
not to
gonna
fart
say-
because we all go up in
I mean,
flames.
there's nothing for critics to like about
Signal
this
the
movie.
flames.
that. Okay.
Like
I-
legit.
yeah.
Critically,
You're
there's
right.
nothing to like about
You're
this movie.
absolutely right. This is not a critically great
Acclaimed.
movie.
I would give
You
it
don't say.
if I no I,
The Oscar goes to Brendan
just
Fraser
Haven't been
in
funny, so
Encino
fucking
Man.
you when I
For the
say
You don't
4
say.
lines he said throughout the whole
Fourth
fucking
thing.
movie.
yeah,
No!
exactly.
No.
I would give it.
Critics.
Yeah, so not me. You're right. Although probably still me.
This feels like an Iron Man episode.
I would give it
Well,
like
became
12.
drunk.
Like
Yeah.
12.
Oh
Wait,
yeah, dude, I'm fucking
feels
lit
like
right now.
12.
I don't know why.
12%.
12 for
I'm gonna go out
critics.
drinking
Okay.
after this.
Audience.
Maybe I don't fucking know what I'm doing.
37.
37.
Do you say
Okay, look
what
at
was,
you.
what was the first number?
I saw you go
12?
12. 12 and 37.
She needs to go first every time.
I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to say 21,
21 critics.
45.
I said just a hair higher than
45
you, I think.
audience. Steve
It
guessed,
was in the
and you guys
teens.
are going to fucking say I cheated. 20 critics, 55 audience.
Okay.
Actual retail budget, critics 15%, audience 56%.
Wait, so did I get closer then?
You said 17, so you were closer.
You were closer with the critics, but I was 1%
I'll
off
get
the
do
audience.
my
score.
fucking oh, never mind. I can't say that out loud again.
What you gonna say?
I said it once. I was going to say
Blackface?
disabled scream, but that can't fucking
Yeah, you
happen.
can't. You can't do that.
And I just said it anyways.
You can say you're tard happy. Can you hold on? Is saying I'm tard happy?
That's
Is that
probably,
bad?
but
I
just
don't
as bad.
think that's
But people
okay.
used to say that, did they not?
No one's
Did
ever
they?
said that.
I've
heard that.
never
No one
heard
has
that
ever
before.
said- You've said that.
Because maybe
I've heard that before.
Mm-mm.
from
Maybe-
your mouth.
What if I was like,
I
I'm
mean-
Randall Heavy?
I'm with that. Who was our favorite character in this movie, guys? Anybody can take it.
Link,
Okay.
for sure.
Faux
show.
For Shodo.
I like Brendan Fraser in this.
I was Samwise until he tried to give him away or tell him to leave.
This seems risky.
I'm gonna go Pauly Shore.
Yeah. So I want to. I want to piggyback.
He's so fucking like
That's
straightforward.
making
Wants to
it
be his
risky.
friend. Wants to be a good guy.
That's what I was just gonna
The whole
say.
time.
Is Sean Astin's
Straight
character is
arrow.
trying to use him.
Sean
to
Astin's
make
character's
him,
a dick.
Right, to make him popular. Pauly Shore is literally like, I just want to be friends with the guy.
Yeah.
And
And
he
that
is.
girl has zero interest in him.
Yeah, right. And he's trying
Less
to.
than zero. And he's like pushing.
Also, there's a meme that's always shared
No
from
means
this
no.
movie. If anybody's seen it, the meme where the guy's like shaking his head. No one's ever seen that. Where Sean Astin's character is.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
There's a big meme from this where Sean Astin's character is looking at
Is
the
it big in
girl
Steve's
that he
world
wants.
or everybody's world?
Everybody's world.
Just
I
like
don't
the
know.
last saying we were trying to.
I was about to
You've seen
say,
it? I've
yeah,
seen it.
I mean,
yeah.
I bet you if I
One
try
of the
to
4
bring it
people
up,
in here have not seen.
if I try to bring up and I just type
Has seen
in
it.
Encino
It's almost right.
Man,
It's like the total opposite, but it was almost.
Excuse me.
You're not gonna.
This fucking GIF.
Your
piss
skin.
again.
I'm just gonna send it to you guys because whatever. But that GIF right there of him
Never
like
seen
shaking
it.
his head.
Never
Seen it.
Bullshit.
seen that. Never.
I don't think I have either, Steven. Usually you and I are fucking together.
All right, whatever.
Somebody
Somebody out there in the world can tell me, but the GIF of Sean Astin, I
Did
sent
you
it.
just send it to
Yeah,
us?
Yeah. Now you've seen it, bitches. Boom! Lie to me again.
My favorite character, honestly, is like the dad.
I was about.
The
'Cause,
only
like,
normal
I was
fucking
gonna
So
say
dude.
the same
we're
thing.
feeding the whole neighborhood. Might as well
Yeah.
just feed him too.
Right. Like everything he said,
That probably should have been.
I
wrong.
love when he's telling them that you don't remember me explaining this, and he's like, you know what? Like now, it does sound familiar.
Right.
It does, and they just go right into it. Like,
Or-
you know what? Yep. This is it. This is our life.
even the mom when she's on the phone and they found him and they're like yelling.
They're like banging on the
and
window.
she's like, I'm fucking working. Like, fuck off. That's a 90s mom right there. I don't care what you could be dying. I'm working.
Yeah.
Get out of my hair. I like it.
The freedom when we were kids was ridiculous.
You're right. You
in
could
comparison to like
you
how I
could
feel
leave
about my son.
as soon as you get home from school.
Don't you fucking leave.
Come back
Yeah.
when the lights finally go out.
I tell him to go outside, but I'm nervous. So at the end of my road, I'm like, go get the mail. And even when I tell him to go get the mail, I'm weirded out because
Do
he
you
takes.
say it like that?
Hey, go get the mail, boy.
Because that sounds like.
Is it all the way at the end?
Like Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, it's a cluster box at the end of my fucking road.
Like all
That
like
sucks.
for the
Yeah, yeah.
beginning of the beginning of your
very
drive?
beginning. Very
You think
beginning.
he's getting hit because he's
Well,
so out
he
to
always
lunch.
takes his dog. Him and his dog are inseparable. I got him
Benny?
Benny. That's his dog.
That-
So they're
Benny.
inseparable. They spend every moment together.
Are you?
But part of the reason I'm afraid is because there's 2
do
rots
that.
right before he gets to that cluster box.
Oh yeah.
So and
take
Benny's
Mav.
like,
You stop playing everything.
if I
Mav or Maeve?
Benny.
No.
He takes Benny.
Speaking
the
of,
new
remind
one.
me, I have to
Mav.
ask you about
Mav?
a date.
Yeah,
So-
Mav's the
Terrifying.
Mav and Diesel got in a fight
Terrifying.
last night
Ooh.
when I took him out. And Mav's no joke. I thought he was a puss, but he is
No,
not.
he is terrifying.
He is
That
very
dog
far
weighs
away from it.
1,000
When
pounds.
you asked me to take him out, that was the first time I've ever met him,
So him, yeah.
and he scared the shit out of me. But I
So
was
him
like,
and
you know
Diesel
what? Fuck
started
you, dude.
wrestling yesterday. I
Been
let them
here longer
all off
than
their
you.
leash in my yard, and they all started fucking running around. They got a little too excited, and they started growling. And I ran to get in between them. And Mav jumped up on his hind legs and put his head on my shoulder, and his head's up here. And I'm
Is that the
I'm
husky or
6'5",
whatever he is?
So this fucking dog is like all the way up here. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I'll punch you in the balls.
He
I'm
was
not
barking
fucking
at me when I
afraid.
took him out, and I was like, fuck you.
He's a sweetheart.
I've been here
He's
longer.
a
You're
sweetheart.
not gonna scare me.
he's a
But he
sweetheart.
terrified me.
He's not like Nora. Nora was kind of like barky, but kind of a
I'm
bitch.
fine with Nora. It's different.
This guy's no joke,
If he can't,
but he's very
I wanted
sweet.
to make sure.
He's very sweet. He's actually the most.
He's a very sweet.
He's actually the most like behaved out
he
of
was
the group.
he was very good when I took him out, but his bark just gets you.
I picked him up the other day. He was like, I picked him up off the ground. He was like, "Oh shit, no one's ever done this."
Is that the one
He's
that's
like,
like a husky or something?
No,
Or
it's
no?
a
No,
it's
I
a
gotta-
mount.
It's a Great Dane, and he's 200 pounds.
Didn't you?
He's
Didn't you
he's
have
a
one
big
that
dog.
was like a?
That was Nora. Nora's my stepdog now, but she's probably 130 pounds.
I've met that one, I think.
Yeah, Nora's dark gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Is that Merle?
Oh my God.
I don't know. She's dark gray. Mav is Merle, and he's like all white and albino, and he's gigantic. He's almost 200 pounds. He's a 200-pound fucking dog.
Oh, fuck you up is basically just
When
staring
did
at
I
the
meet?
dog.
No. Oh! I came over to your. This was, I think, when you were in. What? Are you still in Wildwood?
No, he wouldn't have had that dog then.
No. I have
You
Diesel.
had a dog when I was there.
I've had dogs my whole life, but Diesel and Louie.
I was over there with Dylan and Damron one time when I first joined the Piranhas, or when I was joining the Piranhas.
Oh, so
shit.
that would have been
That would've been a
at
long
Dameron's
time.
house. You didn't have a dog.
No, it
there.
wasn't.
I've had Louie. I had Louie from when
Louie
I was
there.
a teenager. I stole him from a crack
Oh,
house.
maybe it wasn't your. I thought it was your house.
No. Oh, I mean, it might have been. I have no idea.
No,
You
you
might have
didn't.
come.
It
I have
was
no
the
idea.
brown.
You didn't
In
have a house in
Wildwood,
Wildwood.
the townhomes that were over there.
Yeah.
That was technically Mike's house, and I was there
You were
until
there.
I
Oh,
moved.
but you,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, you were there. Was your dog there?
Yes.
So I met a dog.
Yeah.
Which
No,
dog
Diesel-
was
I
it?
met a dog.
Louie was there. So Louie was my little red nosed
Oh,
pit, my little sweet red nosed pit.
I miss Louis.
I did
I
too.
don't know why I thought I met like a
Awesome.
husky
What a
type
good dog.
The best of the best.
Maybe I've
He's
The
like
best.
He's like my Winston. Just calls him. You know, fuck you.
I haven't thought about that dog in
Kiss
a while.
my ass.
I've been going through and making them VHS tapes, digitizing them.
Is he
seeing
there?
some. Oh, man,
You go on the
yeah.
Plex, you can watch this whole family grow up.
Yeah, I got the Muscolzi channel on.
I probably should.
Live
I
That's
think
my next.
that'd be
That's
fun.
my next.
I think it'd be
next
fun.
venture.
I like it.
Let's
Good.
review.
Miskolzies.
Let's review the
Miskolzies.
fucking Miskolzie channel.
The whole fucking life.
All right, and we can
I
go
gotta
from day one. It don't matter. Fucking.
It's still old baby Steve.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna show you.
Am I on
video.
there? Is my
Yeah,
hockey
yeah. So I was
stuff
gonna
on there? Is my
say.
hockey
So
stuff
there's
on there?
videos of him skating on ice, or there's videos of at the 8th grade dance you jamming out
Oh
to
my
my band
God.
playing,
Oh, yeah.
or dancing to other, whatever.
You all
at the
decked out in
time.
your suit and shit.
Yeah. Or
Molly
like,
Miskolzie.
yeah, there you go. You
I had
should've-
fucking
we should've-
long bleach blonde hair.
which is hilarious.
It's the gayest thing ever. Oh, it's the most feminine.
There you go. There you go. There you go. He brought it back. All right.
Yeah.
Favorite part or scene of Encino Man?
I like the wholesome part where they're fighting on the road when he's about to get rid of him,
Okay.
and then he comes up and he kisses him on the head.
Yeah.
I like that part.
I kind of like the scene, or it's a montage, I guess, where they're like bathing him
Oh yeah.
because like
They
you
put
could.
Windex in there. They put
Yeah.
fucking bleach.
Well, not only that,
My
but
big
like.
fat Greek wedding, full
he-
circle.
well, my thing is, he's just going with it. Like, all right, yeah, cool, brush my teeth, whatever. Like, at this point, he's a fucking caveman. Like, what does he know about this? You know what I mean? Like, he's just like,
is new.
he's a
He's getting
bro.
clean.
But what I'm saying, he's a bro. You know what I
that,
mean? Like,
you
he's like,
and
fuck yeah, let's do this. You know, like, I'm here
Oh,
for it.
Look
I
at
just
all
like
your-
when he
look
tries
at
to
all
bite
your
him.
freckles.
Yeah,
They're
it's
still
fine. They put
there.
it-
They're there. It's just there's makeup
got
there.
'em.
What a guy.
But
Why do
they're
you
not.
cover him up?
What a guy. What's
Freckles
going on?
are like the new thing.
Freckles are the thing. I don't know who is that.
That's me and
It's her
my
and her-
sister.
Yeah, Steve, shut the fuck up.
Favorite part or scene,
Take it
Tara?
in, take it in.
I'm not going to comment on that. Favorite part or scene, Tara?
Nothing.
She's thinking hard, and I don't think she's thinking about the movie.
I don't.
Yes, I am.
Don't
Dude,
know
I have to
things.
piss again.
I don't.
I do too.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
See?
I get it.
Um,
Just
make
means you
fun of
drink
me
too
every
much,
time.
Randall.
It's
Yes,
Twisters. They
it
go
does.
pretty quick.
100%.
I do. I like when they show up on the Vespa or his scooter
Okay.
for the first time. And
Sure.
he's got like the sunscreen on his eyes, and he's just
close.
like
They went to the
like
theme
yeah,
park.
because he's sitting on the back, and he's just like yeah, because he doesn't know. He's just like
It's funny too, right? Because Sean Astin character is like mad,
and he's so mad.
and then he's like, "Oh, the coaster goes backwards now," and he's like, "It does?
yeah,
Oh, tight."
but like,
yeah.
why didn't they invite him?
Because he was an uptight piece of shit.
He is though.
Exactly.
And
Twist,
he honestly
twist, right?
did not deserve that kiss at the end. He did not at all. I would have kept being like, "Get the fuck away from
So
me."
also, if you're the bully dude in the movie, wouldn't you not be like,
cocksucker.
"Fuck"? No, but wouldn't you not be like, "Fuck this guy trying to break me and my girlfriend up"? You know?
It was kind of fucked, but that guy was a douche. So
he
you
was
don't
a
get that
douche
feeling.
too, but like,
Yeah, but at the
she
same
made,
time,
she made some poor choices.
right?
She
What?
made some poor choices.
Yeah, let's hear it. Twist it.
Twist, right?
Twisted
You
tea
get to
it.
the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Girl gets thawed out. She speaks perfectly good English. You realize Brendan Fraser is disabled.
So
Think about it.
where do you go from there then? Like you're like, wait a second, this guy's
You don't. You feel terrible.
right,
For laughing at the entire
right. And then
I'm
the,
a genius.
and the movie
A
ends.
stretch, a
the movie
stretch.
ends with Pauly Shore
it's
like
not a stretch. If that happens, it's not
the
a stretch.
huisa
Hush.
Yeah. You realize that these guys were insensitive,
to him being
disabled.
disabled,
He could have gotten frozen
gonna say another
fucking
word.
3 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
and she did too, right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. She
don't know.
just went with him to wherever because he was a disabled guy. Like, hey, we're hanging out in this fucking cave that's cold
Yeah.
for some reason.
Encino Man 2, I need help.
I actually have a therapist. We're working through these things. Right. Is there any what the fuck moments
Encino
for
Man
you guys?
2.
Oh Jesus!
Rain Man returns.
Wait, combine the movies. So it's Encino Rain Man, or is it Rain Encino Man?
He gets struck by lightning and he's just fixed.
Hey guys, what's up?
Bedazzled.
Bazinga!
Oh, no. What is that? Blast from the past.
Blast of the past,
He
dude. All
pops
these
out.
movies can go together.
Exactly.
I like it. All right, any what the fuck moments in this movie for anybody?
The dance part. What the fuck? They're doing the high school dance and they just all.
He
hold on.
just got unfrozen. How does he know any of that?
Yeah,
'Cause he's
well,
a fucking bro, dude.
It's not only that. Is it? So before I ask this question, it seems stupid. Is that dance a thing? It's not a thing, right?
I don't
They
think
just
so.
all randomly
I
knew
don't
it
think so. Yeah.
at that point in time.
Again, if
I
we're
think they
looking,
were. I
Who
think they
knows?
were
Does
doing
anyone know
what
that
he
dance?
was
I don't
doing.
know that. I don't know that.
They were
dance.
doing what he was
speaking
doing.
of Family Guy, if we're gonna get into a fucking breakdance fight, or whatever. You can't get in a fight without 8 years of
fat
jazz
ass still
tap.
might be able to do the windmill. You
Windmill?
you ain't winning this. You know that
I can
shit
do the
where you get on your-
windmill. I've gone
you
to
put
Taco
your
Bell.
fucking arms like this, and you're like,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
See, he got what I said. The windmill at Taco Bell.
Good job, buddy.
Fucking Mexican pizza. Let's go.
Oh, I thought that was that game that you played when you
I
went
thought
to
you meant
Taco Bell.
farting.
That too. Let's go. It's gonna
Fucking-
push you over.
fucking
My bad.
Wally childhood hack. I used to skate out behind San Sushi. I'd go to Taco Bell. And you remember that game they had at Taco Bell where you'd turn it
Oh my God, how
and
long
it'd
is
be
that?
filled with water and the coin would drop and you try to land it on one of those
It's just regular.
Do
one
you
of those-
want a twister?
Not
pieces
that
of glass.
one.
Steve, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
On
the glass.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. So you try to land it there. They
Not
didn't
memorable.
have any water at the one in
them know?
Lexington Park.
You.
So I would drop a dime in there and I'd get it every time. Free
Oh,
taco.
the.
Free taco. Every
I got a
fucking time.
picture of you going with it somewhere. I gotta find
Perfect,
it.
perfect. I mastered it. My cheap fucking ass.
Guess what
mastered
he's
that.
getting for his birthday this
One
year?
of those machines.
One of those
The-
machines.
no, the picture of him going, ha, ha, ha. And then I'll be like, hey, happy birthday. And be like, oh, this is
Perfect.
kind of stupid. And then I'll be like,
No,
here's
no.
the machine.
From Taco Bell.
Me
I
inside
stole it.
With the same water.
The picture of you behind it.
It'd go up in my bedroom.
We're doing it.
How long has that Taco Bell been there?
A long
long
time.
We
We all
in
went.
unison now.
No. What the fuck moment for me? The doorbell at the back of the house on the sliding door.
Why?
Oh.
Because who's coming in that door? That
Must have
needs
been
to
a
ring the
doorbell
bell.
on the back of the house.
That
First
needs
off.
to ring a bell.
On a sliding door. I've never seen that. Is that a early 90s thing?
Mine didn't.
Why?
I'm talking to
Mine
him.
didn't
I'm looking to
either.
him because
Mine
he's
didn't.
super early.
But we were all early 90s.
I know. That's what I'm saying. What the
The
fuck,
only
bro?
He wasn't even born till the mid 90s.
I'm looking at. Fuck
Did
this
your
guy.
parents or grandparents on their sliding glass door have a piece of wood that kept it from opening?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see that anymore.
So my dad has and still has one of those pull-up chin bars that you can change the width of. He
Yeah.
puts that in there.
It's technically like a shower curtain,
Yeah, I guess.
but it's not. It's like an
But it's
industrial
30
for your-
inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now they have the
Hey,
ones
shit,
that have
30
the
inches.
metal on it. and
Maybe-
you just slide it down.
It hits the trim.
Or
It's-
that too.
thing,
Yeah.
and it goes. You can put it back up into the
Yeah.
the
The thingies.
yeah.
The thingies
Technical
of the.
term.
Whatever. Keep
Hey,
going.
speaking of fun facts of the fucking week.
I didn't give my
Wait for it to calm down.
Moving
All right.
on.
Hold on. What was Tara's what the fuck moment?
when he eats the salsa.
Oh, he does go a little wild.
Because what was the
Gets
point
in
of
it.
that? Just for him to show the minute of him reacting to it and then moving on to dancing?
Maybe.
Is
What was
anyone
the
else a
point?
big fan of salsa?
I love salsa.
I love salsa.
love
but
Chips
like,
and salsa. Let's go.
Have you ever had salsa without chips? Or
Just eating,
anything
just
else
like-
for that matter?
no.
Quesadilla.
What are you just licking it like?
Oh.
like
I don't know. I'm just
Yes.
asking. I'm just asking.
Or you
I've
put it on
dipped
anything-
like a
anything
quesadilla or
Mexican.
something in
Any
salsa
Mexican
to it.
food, I'm putting salsa on it.
fucking good.
But I'm not going to drink it either.
Is it salsa a condiment?
What's that?
the white sauce when you go to a Mexican restaurant is better than the salsa.
It depends
Bite
on the
me.
type of white sauce.
Bite me.
It depends on the type. It depends on the type.
Plaza
Because
Tolteca white sauce. Is
I
about
make that personally. You know what I mean?
it.
Okay.
Is salsa a condiment?
Yes.
No.
Life question.
Because
No.
people like to say
It's a dip.
salsa.
It's a dip.
Is
So is ketchup a dip?
no, it's a condiment.
What's the difference between a condiment and a dip?
What's the difference between salsa and ketchup?
I'm asking the question.
It's all tomatoes.
Someone
It's
look
chunky.
it up. Look it up. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm here to
I mean,
bring
so,
you
hold on,
the
so-
important
so-
questions in life.
All right, I
and
got
no
it.
one takes me seriously.
I got it.
I'm taking you serious.
So the main thing with a dip,
My
This is
life is
legit.
changing.
This
My
is
life is
legit.
changing right
the
now.
main thing with a dip is you were taking a chip, you're dipping that bitch in there, right?
Yeah, but you dip your fries in French fries.
Can
Or-
you,
But you don't put your chip into
Hold
ketchup.
on
No, I cannot.
with a burger
Tara.
or
Thank
a
you.
hot dog? Say you're putting
She's literally saying exactly
you're
what I'm
putting it on there. You're not
You're not
dipping
putting
anything
salsa
in
on
that
the hot
bitch.
You put a
You're
salsa
putting
in a
it on
burrito,
there.
but you don't put ketchup
But you
in a
don't put
burrito.
salsa on a chip. You put the chip in the salsa. You
put
dip
salt.
it.
Ketchup on a
Guys,
breakfast
guys,
burrito.
guys. Hot dog with salsa on it. Let's go.
Done.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes, it is. It's a meat between two buns.
We've already had this conversation. Where does it start and where
Go
does it
back
stop?
30 episodes.
I don't think
Probably.
a hot dog is a sandwich.
No,
There
it's not.
is a large.
Let me tell
Get
you
out.
why. Listen,
Okay.
listen.
Hold on, we gotta hear it.
When you are at a restaurant that sells hot dogs, and I don't mean fucking Checkers or something
Sure,
like
it's
that.
got to be gourmet. if
I
it's
mean
at
a restaurant
yeah,
like
sure,
a
sure,
diner, or no, like a diner or something.
Sure. I'm there. I'm
The
in
section
visual.
that the hot dogs are in
Mm-hmm.
says usually hot dogs and sandwiches.
She's not wrong. It does specify hot dogs.
Meaning,
I'm picking up. what you're putting
meaning
down.
they are their own entity on the menu.
They're their own category.
What brought me to this question? So
Which
we
is
have-
why,
hold on.
Which
We
is
had
why
this great-
burgers are not
Hold
sandwiches.
on. They're putting them in the same category and section that
Because they're not
sandwiches are.
burgers. Because the burger section is
probably
bigger.
because there's a line.
The burger section is
So,
bigger. Also,
this-
there's probably like 2 hot dogs
All
in
right,
there.
all right,
Where they can
hold
get their
on,
own
hold on.
section.
Go ahead, Steve. Go.
A hot dog is not
This
a
is a
sandwich.
hot debate.
But a sandwich is in the same category as a hot dog. So that's why they put them together.
No.
So
It's because there's not enough
the
of them to give them their own
You go
category.
that they put them together.
As a scientist,
As a scientist.
They do.
scientist,
There's sections
Talk
where
to
it's
us.
hot dogs and sandwiches.
as a scientist,
is what
at
he
that
means.
point,
Speak English to us,
because
Doc.
they're
We
not
ain't
burgers,
scientists.
so they get their own.
what is the definitive separate? Is it the orientation
Of the meat?
If a fucking hot dog sat on its side, is it a sandwich? Does the bread have to be separated? Is it a sandwich?
If a rat
these
goes
were my
inside, is
questions.
it a mouse? If a mouse goes outside, is it a rat?
Kevin Hart.
Damn.
Now, this is the same
That's
with
some deep shit.
This is the same with the condiment. A condiment is it?
puts his
If
Is
you
it-
put it in a
is it
bowl to
dipped?
dip, it's now is it a
exactly.
dip?
Hold
If you
on.
put it on something, is it a condiment?
when he puts his hood
I
up
think yes. I
after
think
the
that's
wrap.
what it is.
Sorry, what?
But yeah, it's weird.
Because
It's a weird
if
concept.
you put, because you,
Salsas go in tortillas. That's the thing. That's as close to as
so then
burger
wait.
as a salsa
So then
gets.
wait. If you put ketchup on top of the fries, is it a condiment? But then if you put it on the side of the fries and you dip it, is it a dip?
Multi-purpose.
You guys are just making me hungry as shit.
It's deep. Randall, is salsa a condiment? Is salsa a condiment?
I'm gonna answer
I'm
for
still
you.
going
It
no
can
on
be.
that.
Salsa is an
It can be.
It can be.
salsa is an add-on.
Let's
it
see
is,
what Google
it is
says.
not a condiment.
Randall,
just
question
curious.
number 2. Is silver gray?
No.
Silver's its own color.
Is gray
My-
silver, Tara?
my
No,
brain
because
just
it's not
blew up.
metallic.
different.
It's not
I
metallic.
have lots of questions that no one has answers
Gray,
for.
gray
Gray
is
is
not
like a matte.
metallic.
Gray's matte, silver, you got some shine to it.
Yeah.
What if it's a shiny gray?
It's
Then
silver.
it's silver.
But then that makes
Just
it.
fucking
gray.
answer your own question.
I've
guy.
thought about all of these for years.
What
Don't
color
worry.
is that?
That's silver.
Or gray.
aluminum.
Aluminum.
Actually,
aluminum.
Aluminum.
It's
Aluminum.
Read it.
Salsa's a condiment. It's a fucking condiment.
But unlike traditional sauces,
God damn it.
salsa has become a condiment, a dip, and even a food in its own
It's
right.
so deep. Another question. I've had this for years. Pica de gallo.
Pick it a guy.
What separates that from salsa? Is it is it
it's
in a
the
blender?
ingredients, I think. No, I think it's the ingredients. It's,
It's
like
literally, I've looked it up. It's almost
it's
identical.
I think
I think it's the
chunkiness.
yeah
The
yeah
consistency, the
consistency.
yeah, yeah,
viscosity.
yeah.
Pick it a
Viscosity.
guy.
I have fucking problems,
good.
man.
You know what's
I have
good?
a list of problems.
You know
with
what I
things.
want to just keep saying?
Do you have 99 of them?
And a bitch ate one.
Pick it a guy.
Big at the.
Pick it a
Put your
guy.
fingers together, Steve. All right. Anyways,
Pick it a guy. At
Anyways,
6'3", Muscusi. At 6'3", Brendan Fraser was actually too big for the clothing that costume designer Marie France had originally purchased for him. Since Fraser's outfits was supposedly to look baggy on him, France had specifically made all of them. What do we? What? Give me.
He's so stupid.
Well, cancel the shows. I'm going to Hogwarts. Those graphics are so good. You can tell Sean.
Sean got the new Hogwarts.
It's
theme,
so
he says,
fucking good.
Cancel the show.
it's so
He's gonna
good.
reply for you.
Hey, guy.
If you're a Harry Potter fan,
Chill
get the new video
the
game. It's so
fuck
fucking good.
out.
He's going to be like, why are you being sassy, Tara? When
I'm
I
not,
give-
I'm not gonna send it. but
When I
you-
give him
it's
shit, he
great.
he calls me
If you don't
sassy.
like Harry Potter, don't fucking play. You're not gonna like it. It's meant for people that have been there, that have enveloped themselves in the world.
why
it's
do
really
they have
not.
a fucking thing that they train? bad
I have to
fucking-
pee.
Well,
again.
this
What
one
the
is
Okay,
a
let me get
video.
through this. Let
Really
me get
bad.
through it. Let me
This
get through
one is
it.
a
Yeah, yeah,
video that he sent me, not a picture.
Cool. Those graphics aren't that good.
Go ahead.
Ki
it actually
Hugh
is.
Kwan and Sean Astin appeared on screen together briefly in this movie. It marks the first and only time any original cast members from the Goonies appeared on screen together.
Oh shit! I completely forgot he was even in the Goonies.
Exactly.
Sean Astin?
No.
Ki Hugh
no.
Kwan.
Yeah, whatever his name is. I can't say it.
Uh.
That sounds racist. I'm sorry.
Ki Ha Kwan.
You forgot he was
round.
in there?
Short
I
round.
did. I did. He's a little inventor kid. I
Data.
completely forgot. Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, you guys.
You guys.
Go
In
ahead.
the
Is that
scene-
insensitive if you say that? Like him?
Fuck him.
But he's not.
That's
Let's not get into it.
That's
Is he
pronunciation.
disabled?
Let's not get
Is he
into it.
disabled?
Let's not get into it.
What?
He's
Steve's right.
No.
Yeah, that's
Moving on. In
Let's
the
get it
scene,
going.
kidding
Let's
me?
get it going.
He clearly is.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's not bad to quote
I was
him.
like, wait, hold on. He loves sweets.
What does loving sweets have to do with it?
I love sweets too.
Calm down.
I'm just curious.
Anyone who loves sweets.
He
Must
he
have a
he
mental
over enunciates his
challenge.
vowels,
Hey, you guys.
and he gets excited easily.
In the scene where Brendan Fraser is eating out of the dog bowl, he is actually eating Cookie Crisp, a popular breakfast cereal.
Cookie
Cookie Crisp.
Speaking of Cookie
Yeah, I did
Crisp,
that better though. That was
You
good.
did. You did.
I don't think that's a falsetto though. I think that's something else.
That was just loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. Originally, the filmmakers offered the role of
I
Link.
love Cookie Crisp.
To who?
Originally, the filmmakers offered the role of Link to Pauly Shore. When Shore
Oh, thank
first
God.
went in to meet with Disney chairman Jeffrey Katzenberg, he told him he didn't want to play Link because he knew since cavemen don't talk, that the film would lose the appeal of his humor and unique Pauly speak,
He said, "I'm too good
Smart
to be a
move.
caveman."
where
I'm too
Shore
good.
would pause between syllables and key adjectives. Instead, Shore wanted to play one of the two teens who find the caveman. Once the producers met Brendan Fraser, they decided that he was better suited for the part. So Katzenberg insisted that Shore, along with the writer, rewrite the other teen, who is just another version of the Dave character, to become Stoney Brown's character. Shore then improvised most of his lines.
I can see that.
My favorite
Sure.
scene.
I'm not, that doesn't
Follow-
sound off
Think
at all
about
to
it.
me.
The whistle.
The whistle.
Favorite scene
Yeah,
is when he's
we
drinking
already asked.
the tequila.
Okay.
I forgot about that scene. I liked it. He fucking smashed it.
One scene I want
And
to
we're
talk
still
about,
good about it.
that we didn't talk about is where him and Pauly Shore go into the convenience store, and the two people who are the convenience store clerks, one of them is the guy who's in all of the fucking movies with Seth Rogen.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? You Ebony
Yeah.
and Ivory
that guy.
motherfuckers.
Yep,
Yeah,
okay.
that guy
Oh.
who also actually killed a man in real life and now is in jail.
Oops.
Hey,
Oops.
do
Sounds
what
like
you got to do.
not
You know what I'm
oops,
saying?
I mean,
Do wrong against me.
You
Get not
should
right.
probably go home after
Probably
this.
did.
This is known. This is known as California Man in.
Probably go.
Jesus Christ.
This is known as California Man in Europe, as Encino is not a known city outside of the U.S.
You right over there.
This movie's California Man. There's also a movie called California Woman that came out in the
That's for you,
60s.
Tara.
Hey,
Why is it fine when he does something, but when you do something, Steve gives you a look? Is it because she's a woman?
Because I
100%.
know what I actively know
of a
that I'm
bitch.
doing it. Like, I know
No.
what I'm doing.
it's because
when I do
because
it.
I'm in his brain, so I know exactly where what he's about to say and when he's about to say it. It's freaky.
What's the next
Mildly
fact, Steve?
sexist.
Exactly. Maybe I got it. Ben Stiller screen tested for the role of Link. Stiller backed out at the
Oh.
last minute due to scheduling conflicts.
I don't think that would have been bad.
would've been-
A bad deal.
I don't know. I don't think so.
been
Is
pretty
that
good.
Sean again? What is he saying? Tell him I said fuck you.
I wouldn't have minded.
Oh God, that got fucking
That.
shit ratings.
Ben
wouldn't
Stiller as
What do you-
Link.
what?
I looked up California Woman.
Yeah, it's probably really bad.
Awakened by an
she's a
earthquake, a
woman.
prehistoric woman meets an ad agency employee in the 20th century Los Angeles.
Was I right when it came out in like the 60s?
No,
It says 96.
Oh yeah.
I'm wrong. Maybe I reversed that.
Just like
At least that's the only one that
69.
came up.
Hey.
Hey, final decision times out of 10. Final decision times?
Sure.
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 Encino
Well,
Man.
it's fine. You
What
don't
would
have
we
a lot
give
written
this
down.
movie out of 10? I'll go first because I picked it. I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. The reason why? I miss low budget movies like this that have a feel good, like airy, like bubbly, happy go lucky feel to them. We don't have that, I don't feel like, anymore. Yeah, we have those Netflix, like, straight to Netflix type movies that are
These are
like
dead. These
fun and
movies are
whatever.
dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These movies just aren't here anymore.
No one wants happy endings anymore.
I feel
'cause
like
they're
all
fucking
slapsticks are
sour and
dead.
Fucking
No, I
sad.
don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Slapsticks aren't a big thing anymore.
They're not because
They
I
should
feel-
be.
They should be, but it's like that fine line of what's funny and what can we get away with in 2020.
Because they're scared.
No, so comedy
bunch of
now is
pussies.
something way different. Comedy is innuendos.
I apologize.
It's racy.
Right.
Language.
Comedies is not the same shit anymore.
Exactly.
which is sad.
It's very sad. Like, you don't have those churn and burn type comedy movies that we used to have like this, or in the early 2000s, like,
Yes.
Old School, Road Trip, American Pie. Like, I don't know how they're going to make
Farley
the next
movies.
American Pie. Or that, right. So, like,
Slapstick. That's slapstick. Black Sheep
Exactly.
is a fucking slapstick film with a little bit of extra shit.
Tommy
It's
Boy is
fucking
definitely
great.
a slapstick movie. He hits him in the face with a stick. The medic gets out and goes, "Oh my god!" The new guy's in the corner puking his guts out.
I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 as well.
Well, all
Alright.
the time you should
It wasn't
just-
the worst. It wasn't. I was expecting a little bit.
You just wanted to
I
see
was
it.
expecting a little bit worse when he started digging his pool out,
Okay.
and then after seeing that was the pool,
You ever have?
I was like,
okay,
all right, you
so-
know what? I like it.
In that defense, right? My dad was
So
a
the
hard
end of the
ass,
movie.
but my dad was always mentioning digging ditches. He was always like, "Oh, well, if you keep fucking up, you're just gonna end up digging ditches." That
What's
was
wrong
his
with
thing.
that?
Is that the?
It would fucking suck. That's what's wrong.
Oh, okay.
That's what's wrong with that. You dig ditches.
I
He-
guess.
So that's
he
what
dug
this
a
movie
lot for that pool.
Yeah, it reminded me.
Where'd the
you know
water
how
come from?
hard it is to dig a hole that size?
Where'd
You're
the water
right.
come from?
It's ridiculous. You mean right
Did he
before the
fill it up?
prom or whatever? I don't know. I have no idea.
Ridiculous.
Right
Seriously,
after?
because like the last time I
Enter-
buried a body,
Entertainers. What?
What did you say?
Entertainers?
fuck that.
What did you say?
Dun, dun, dun.
All of you
We'll
just
listen
went,
to it.
"What?"
I'm at a 5.3 with this.
5.3.
I
A
hate
solid
when you
5.3.
do that.
don't understand why you do that, but okay.
You mean when I sneak in when you guys are just fucking
No, the
lollygagging?
point-
No, when you
threes.
add a 0.3 or
The point
0.4.
The further we get into this, I have to be more meticulous because if not, there's movies that it does not belong.
Sure.
I was able to be more blanketed when we first started this because
You're
there
right.
wasn't a lot of things to relate to. But now
You're
that I
right.
think about it, I have other movies that should like sit between a 5 and a 6.
Makes sense.
There's 100 episodes. I've been active in probably 1/3 of those. You would think maybe
More than that.
more than that. So
I think
at
you
that-
started at like 30.
if I did 10 fucking episodes, then sure, all normal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be fine.
But do you
But
remember?
I'm not anymore.
But do you remember these?
My
No,
guy.
but I'm
You
getting.
remember?
I am getting familiar. Like my brain works in mysterious ways.
in mysterious
So
ways.
I do know that a 5 to me sucks ass, and I do know a 6 doesn't quite suck ass. But I know right in the middle is movies that are okay enough for me to watch.
But
So
you
it
didn't
kinda
do, you
sucks.
didn't
That's where
do
I'm at.
right in the middle. You did 0.3.
0.3.
So it's right in the middle of the middle.
It sucks more than it doesn't suck.
Yes,
I get it.
I'd still watch this. I watched this randomly before this was brought to me. I
a great
clicked on
movie.
and I watched it. I was like, "Oh, Brendan Fraser, Pauly Shore, what the fuck is this?" So I clicked on it and I
The
watched the whole
Huiza.
movie. So there we go, 5-3. It
Tara?
could be because of who's in it. Could be because of the movie. I don't fucking know, but I watched it.
You're right.
Tara?
5.
Okay, sweet. That was good.
I don't feel like I should explain myself past that.
Well,
I had to put it on
Okay.
the outside because
Yeah.
I'm not. This is a
So-
military
so it's a 5
grade
from
magnet.
Tara.
So
It's an
fi-
average
but
of
you,
5
hold
and a
on.
half,
You gotta,
basically.
hold on. You got to explain yourself. You can't
She
just
said-
say 5.
Don't look at me like that.
Go ahead, Nose Ring. Tell us.
He fucking calling
Give
you
up
out.
the goods.
I can't tell if that's like a.
It wasn't. It wasn't feisty. It wasn't feisty.
He's just
I
trying
just saw your
new,
nose
he's trying
ring.
new nicknames.
I'm being. I'm just defining you by your appearance.
5.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it at all. Nothing about it. We were like,
I was.
It got a
I
5, so
just,
it had to be
I
few
was,
things,
I
right?
was feeling generous with the 5.
oof.
I was bored. It wasn't funny to me because it was
Too cheesy, maybe.
Was this
bad.
the
I
first
get it.
time you've ever seen it?
yes.
Okay, so if you were to take yourself out of that and put yourself back in, let's say, the mid
God, I'm gonna pee and
90s.
fart.
How would I was 10.
do it.
Hold on.
We're almost
If
done.
you were to take yourself out of that and put yourself in the mid 90s, do you
10.
think this movie would have been
At
better?
10 when I was 10 years old.
No, now.
No, I'd still.
What if you did that
I
and it
feel like
came out?
no.
But all the movies around that would be
You gotta
sort of the
taste it.
same, right?
No.
You do it every time.
Shut up.
Love Clueless. There was not bad acting in Clueless.
Yeah, there was.
I feel like I'd be pissed
as
off.
much.
Not as Paul Rudd.
No.
My
but
ass
yeah.
smelled like my face.
I got you. Okay. All right. 5
It was
I
just
mean,
hard
I get it.
from like the first scene. Well, not first scene because those were cavemen, but the first time Sean Astin is on the screen, I'm like, what are you? I've seen you in stuff. I know this. Like,
But obviously, this movie's not supposed to be a serious Oscar-worthy contention movie.
all I'm
Matter of fact,
saying
it's
is-
known for being shit.
Right. So
Well,
you got to go
I'm
in
really
with
on
that.
par.
You
I'm on
can't
par
really
then.
blame her.
So really, I'm on.
I
I'm on
guess,
par.
yeah. I mean, critics gave it a 17.
We like goofy. We like fucking weird. Goofy
Is it
movies,
is it
Miss
a
Goldie.
Brendan Fraser movie that I'd watch again? No,
Is it the least out of the ones that you've
that I've
watched?
seen. Yeah,
Okay.
There we
It's
go.
bottom of the barrel of his
Bottom.
movies.
I mean, he's not doing much acting in this movie, obviously.
It's bottom of the barrel of his movies. It's right on par for Pauly Shore movies.
Touche.
So like,
Touche.
That's a good point.
All right.
and it's way bottom for Sean.
I
Like,
can accept that. I can accept it.
All right.
you're not getting Brendan Fraser, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
He's not a character in the
He's
movie
the
to me.
C character easily.
He's just,
Right.
he's
He's
like
there.
a prop, essentially. Like,
Essentially, yeah.
He still
you're
did a
right.
good job for being a fucking C character, though.
did.
You know what I'm saying?
well,
No.
what I mean is you're not getting
Shush.
him. You're not getting his, like,
Well, he's
his
playing-
delivery, his
Right.
stuff, because he's just,
He's a caveman. Speaking of caveman. So not next week, but the week following is Wally's pick. Next week, we're doing a special episode with the boys from
Hit or miss.
Hit or Miss. We're going to
And
do
an addition.
I didn't even know that.
in
till just
addition-
An
now.
addition.
Do I still
we'll
not
talk
leave
about
my? Do I not say my movie?
You're going to.
Okay.
That's going to be the week
I just
after.
wanted to touch your hand.
I've been trying to remember this because I didn't type it earlier.
That's
Paul
fine.
does
You
not do
did,
it
I
But next
told
week, hold
you
on.
to put it down.
I know, but I was like,
But
I'm
you
going to test
didn't.
myself.
But you didn't.
I have it. I have it
Do you?
memorized.
Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, 100%.
Next week, we're doing Sex Drive with the boys from Hit or Miss and Mike
We already
from the
did
Zero
Sex Drive.
ID.
Oh no, it's on my
Idea.
list.
Zero
We
Idea
haven't done
podcast.
Zero Idea podcast.
Which
All of the
also
boys
Brent
of Hit or Miss?
is on.
So Brent, Vinny,
And if you don't know,
not
Brent,
Sean, because
has-
Sean's not going to say a word.
Brent used to be on here.
Brent did
For a
used to be
while.
on this fucking
For a
show.
while.
That
Fucking
fucking
alcoholic.
cocksucker. Thank you.
Do we show up?
We'll talk about that after
Easy,
the show
killer.
gets out. You can if you want. But we'll figure out what we're doing. Anyways, but the following week after that, we're going to do Wally's pick, which is going to be...
A Long Kiss Goodnight.
Ooh.
Do you know it? Did anyone know this? No one knows this, right?
I do. I'm not going to say
You
a
might be
word,
the
though.
one.
I'd give you a long kiss goodnight.
It's going to be good.
Just like that.
It's going to be... We're going to talk about it.
Has full on French kissing went out of style? Is everyone fucking full on sucking face nowadays?
Are you?
No, I'm not actually.
Really?
Her and character
Sensual.
boyfriend are.
Sensual.
Sensual kissing, but it's not like mouth
Yeah, yeah,
open.
yeah.
Trying
Are
to
you
hit
still
your
getting in
tonsils,
there?
You know what I'm saying?
You guys have been together as long as me and my wife have been together almost. So
Are
you
you
guys
I mean,
still-
not
are you
not
still
as much as like in the beginning.
I think
When we're
like
getting into it.
a little bit of tongue, a little tongue on is all right. That's okay, right? You don't
But
go
the
too
whole
far.
time?
But you're
Nah.
you're not fucking playing that game at like what is it called? What is that shit that you play? Like,
tonsil hockey.
it's not tonsil. That's
Tonsil
it.
Did you say tonsil hockey?
Tonsil
did.
hockey.
What are those
That's
things?
they
What are
call
those
it.
things where the fuck whack-a-mole? You're not doing
Okay.
that with each other's tongues. You're not doing that.
I
That
mean,
was a
shit. At this
terrible
point, I don't
analogy.
even face him most of the time.
I'm a fan of a peck, man. That shit's done. It's dead. It's
Good
over
for
with.
you, Carrick.
Well, we learned something about Tara
I love
tonight.
Carrick.
She just likes one way, and that's fine.
Sure, whatever floats your boat or sinks it. You know,
From the back. What? All right, cool. Next week,
Sinks it.
tongue punching each
hit or
other's
miss,
fart boxes.
sex drive. The week after that,
A long kiss.
the
Goodnight.
longest-
a
drive.
long kiss. What?
The longest drive.
Tin Cup. We're doing Tin Cup. I
It's a
don't know.
football movie.
God damn. Anyways, thanks guys for
Tin Cup
listening.
is so
Again,
good.
you can find us on our social media. Hit or miss. Hit or miss? What? You can find us there.
Nope.
The band.
You
The
could go
Decision
to
Reel
our
hits or
Nope.
misses.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at The Decision Reel.
Try 'em.
Or
be
the
very
website,
very
www.thedecisionreel.com.
You can find merch. You
You
can
can find
buy
some
shit.
shit.
Blah, 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 blah. It's fine. Awesome.
Or hit or miss.
Or hit or miss. You can
Whichever
find our
one.
band there and listen to our cool shit. Anyways,
Our band's
thanks for
so
listening,
battered.
guys.
It's fine.
Have
Fuck 'em.
a good
Or
one.
nightcap.
What?
Have your effects.
What? I don't.
I got it in there. It's fine.
Did you? Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye.